con, most convoluted process in the world. Okay, so let's watch a video. This video is going to talk about what this is. Okay, let's, we live on YouTube? We are. Chat, say hi, everybody. Everybody be nice to each other. We are gonna, I want to watch this real quick, and then we're gonna get going to the feed. Okay. True, Drazen. No, don't worry. We're gonna look. Listen, I'm a multitasker. All right.
Some of the biggest creators, minus myself, to race real $1 million Formula E cars.
So what is Formula E?
Formula E circuit.
It's like Formula One, but
normal racing.
electric.
We couldn't really expect creators to do a normal race. Drivers will go head to head to either go faster or get knocked out. This is Formula E Evo sessions. Let me explain, or try to. For some reason, Formula E has allowed this bunch of creators to drive fully electric Gen 3 Evo Formula E cars. And apparently, they can be a handful. It's the fastest race car to 60 miles an hour. It goes 200 miles an hour, and it accelerates 30% faster than a Formula One car. So, they're normally driven by some of the best drivers in the world, but we're putting 10 rookie creators in. I say we're. I did not make this decision. Whoever signed this off needs their head checking, but it's going to be entertaining. So hey, the 10 creators are in 2 teams. We have Senior Frogs, led by the Burnt Chip and Calfreezy. They might be okay in karting, but can they transfer those skills into real race cars? We'll see. But they do have some challengers. Team Quick Stars, led by Vicstar. That rhymes. This lot are not going to take it lying down. Who came up with that line? This is a team event, so every battle, each creator will have the chance to score points for their team and win their place in the final. The team with the most points wins. Got it? I think I have now. Let me explain in a little more detail.
Can you imagine if I drove?
Actually, Bella, I'll take this one from here. So each race is going to have a 15-minute qualifying session.
No, you have, dude, you have to train. This is actually cool. Like, you actually would have to train for this.
Fastest to slowest, and this is important because
like, if you're driving
in the next stage, the top 8 will then progress to the knockouts. So
you have to train.
We'll save that for later.
Drivers will go head-to-head in Formula E duels.
Because the amount of like force on your body, like it takes so much core strength. Yeah, it's like almost like astronaut training.
Then the second driver will try to beat it.
Yeah, I'd be going the speed limit, man, if I was doing this.
Well, you know what happens.
I'd be just cruising at like 60.
And you get knocked out. This will be the highest pressure driving these creators have ever experienced.
We'll have first versus 8th, second versus 7th, and
your
so
neck
on
gets smashed
in the
with that train.
quarterfinals. Win this race, and you'll earn 1 point for your
racers
team
a lot of
and
times
progress
got pretty
on to the
thick necks.
semi-finals. A win here will get you 3 points for your team, and all importantly, a place in the grand final. The grand final, this is the big one. The winner will be crowned the grand champion of Evo sessions, take away major bragging rights, and get 5 points for their team. But here's the twist. Well, remember the bottom 2 from earlier? Yeah, they're going to be battling it out for 1 extra race to avoid getting the wooden spoon, the embarrassing trophy for the slowest driver of the day. But the winner of this race, they'll be awarded a huge 5 points for their team. We've forgotten 2 people. What about the team principals?
Calfreezy and Vicstar are the 2 TPs. It's their job to motivate the team, lead them, and also get tactical. Hopefully they don't take any pointers from Sunny Hayes. They're also able to use a power-up once during the event. It's called double points. These lot are on fire with these names. When activated, the points for that duel, guess what? They're doubled. Very complex. These drivers have been working really hard in the simulation.
British sarcasm.
Or at least I hope they have.
It's just constant British sarcasm in this entire video.
This seems to be going really well.
This is real. 10 creators in 10 £2 million plus race cars. Who on earth signed this off? And don't forget to tune in February 15th for Formula E Evo sessions. You're not going to want to miss this.
All right, so that's what this is. And click.
Also very tight on exit, but luckily hit the brake so he didn't roll into the wall.
So this was Chip at the chicane. I thought he did a really good job here with the line.
Very nice line there on the right bit of track.
Now, when we see this bit of curb here, let's have a look at the wall. Ooh, that was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now, Will, and
this was the most entertaining I've watched.
Let's have a look at this. Okay, all right. So I just thought there was a faster line through turn 8. If you just don't take it, you could take a little route through there. How?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's have a look at this. Okay, all right. So I just thought there was a faster line through turn 8.
Dude, listen to this thing.
You could take a little route through there. How did that work out for you? Not fantastically, Karun, I will admit.
Yeah.
All right, well, all right. That's all you've shown. Well, that's all we got. And then he got down at turn 13. You were really good, I thought. I actually used you as an example of what to do at turn 13. That was great.
How's the audio?
Praise. I've been watching it as well, mate.
I'll take that. That was spot on. Really good. This is not quite how to press a brake pedal, is it? So that's not quite how to brake, but let's get to the fun bits,
That's
the chicanes.
a good lock-up. Good
Dan,
Oh my
tell
gosh.
us about the chicanes on the track, Dan. They're tricky, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is this better?
So this was
Audio
Barry.
spot on.
Yeah.
He was off the line, really,
okay.
wasn't he?
Yes.
Like, where he got it wrong was...
Turning in too late.
well, yeah, there's a corner there.
Yes.
You kind
More?
just for future reference, when there's a corner,
How's that?
turn.
Yeah. Very good, Corinne. Thank you. Yeah.
Bit of advice. And then we also saw Arthur down at this one. How
Still
was
too
this?
low.
That was fun. A few people have done this. I was in an interview for an hour just waffling,
Well, you're
obviously.
just so important, Dan. You missed all the good stuff. But Hoka, now he did it properly. Was this your car?
He watched everybody else, as it seems, and thought, I can do a lot better than that.
In your car?
And he's now ruined my prime rear end. That's a terrible sentence. That's the worst sentence
Here
I've
we
ever
go.
said.
Here's the crash for anyone who's not seen it before. Bang!
So
Oh my
rear end
gosh.
is now damaged. I can't say that.
Brilliant. Now, what I will say...
That's what it's called.
So they're just doing warm-ups right
is
now.
Even the experts get it wrong. This was the reigning world champion.
It's good now?
Oliver
Okay.
This weekend at the chicane, and watch what happened to him. Turn in and went bang, ripped off the corner of his car. So, you know what? It happens to the best of people.
It's a very technical track. It's hard, really
is hard.
difficult. I was a bit scared when they said they were bringing Evo sessions here, I have to say.
Well, your car's now
Well,
totaled,
now my car's
so there you go.
mental, and
Anyway,
yeah, I'm not
thank
gonna
you all
say
very
that.
much. Back to you.
Please get rid of it.
Okay, I guess they're just waiting.
Well, we told you the margins were really fine here. Now, here's a question. Have you ever wanted the ultimate behind-the-scenes Formula E experience? Well, here's your chance.
Wait, is the
Scan
audio
that
desynced?
QR code on your screen right now. Enter for a VIP race weekend. And the good news is we will cover your travel, hotels, and guarantee you the best seats in the house. Now, you have until 11:59 p.m. GMT, to be precise, on the 6th of March to get involved. It's open to all ages over 18 years and older. Just one entry per person, though.
Okay, how about now?
Check the description for the full T's and C's and get scanning before that window closes. Now, before the duels commence and a winner is crowned first, they must qualify. This is survival of the fastest. First onto the circuit, the Senior Frogs team, led by Chip in the Jaguar. Car and track familiarity was the order of the day at first, but a marker put down for the rest with a time of a 1 minute 28.42.
It's pretty crazy feeling.
Holy, this is scary.
Chip's teammate, Izzy Hammond, couldn't conceal her excitement at being behind the wheel of her Lola. And while Willany didn't hold back, he was given a few reminders of the dangers involved in these Evo sessions.
Sorry. I think a couple of bumps, so I think I've got a few.
Oh my
apologies
gosh.
to say, but that car is incredible.
Arthur TV opted the policy of self-preservation before
You didn't
finding
sleep?
out
I
speed.
did, but then I woke up on my own early.
But no such trouble for Bazinga.
F1
He
drivers
showed
lose like 10
everyone
pounds
how
of
it's
fluid
done.
from
The
sweating
quickest
alone
of the
during a
Senior
race.
Frogs.
No way.
Mate, Unreal P1, come on! No!
For quick stars, Max Klemenko was
That's
full of
crazy.
trepidation, tiptoeing around the track.
2 minutes? 2 minutes?
Is the audio still desynced or is it good now?
What the hell, bro? That is insane.
Before Brownie experienced a stark introduction to life behind the wheel. Carby Lame embraced his baptism
I'll
of
fix it, one
fire in
second.
Oliver Rowland's championship-winning car, but it wasn't long before his wheels went from under him.
All good, mate. All good. Just checking.
I'm cool.
You are good, mate. You're doing well.
Amelia Hartford in her Porsche. She gave it everything and forced her way into
How
the
about,
quarterfinals.
let's see now.
Standout performer for
Well,
the
my
Quick Stars
sync is
was
fine,
Hooker.
but-
He tore around the circuit in his Kiro, much to the concern of
Look at when they talk.
Bazinga, who held the fastest overall time. But then,
No!
You okay, Hooker?
Guys, I'm so sorry, yes.
could it be game over for Hooker? Could they get the car fixed in time for later? Meanwhile, Senior Frogs Bazinga was confirmed fastest from qualifying. Congratulations to him and the rest of the team.
How was that? You spun. You're the first spin of the day. It appears that having big muscles doesn't necessarily translate to driving a car well.
I think you can conclude that. I think I wanted to push harder because I didn't look at the lap times. I was just focused on what I was doing. And then I heard that the best lap so far wasn't like really good. So I thought, all right, I need to lock in now, and I pushed it too far.
Okay, I'm gonna keep messing with it and tell me how, because this is something on my end.
I mean, yeah, I was on the edge of my seat, but a little bit nervous.
Don't crush it.
A little bit nervous, obviously after the spin, but yeah, he did a good job. He enjoyed it, and yeah, he's still got the duels coming up as well. So yeah, we'll make some improvements.
How about now?
What happened? When you spun out, you were just pushing too hard?
Just going way too quick. Just, you know, flaming it down the track. Now, I was evidently out of control a little bit, but it's so... I'll do that after.
No, you can undress now. It's fine.
Is it better or worse?
No, honestly, I don't really remember it. I remember spinning. I don't remember where it was or what happened, but I'm just glad I didn't end up in a wall.
Yeah. Well, the fastest out of your team, so there's loads of positives.
Yeah, a lot of positive things. I'm really happy to be here and this amazing experience.
Yeah, what an experience. You haven't driven any race cars or single-seater?
First time ever driving a single-seat car. Was an amazing experience. It was cool, and I really enjoyed.
Yeah, you were really nervous?
No, I'm cool. I want to say hi to my mother, Choma.
Ollie, what about for you? You said you were sweating more than when you were driving, watching that.
Yeah,
it's like
so.
the video is 1 second before the audio.
Well, and he did great. So yeah, he had a few moments, but it was nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's probably burning up, man.
Well, we promised you plenty of action, lots of spins, and one almighty crash. So this is the route to the final. Take a look at that, how the quarterfinals line up. We've got Arthur and Will Ennie and the same team going against each other. And this is going to be an interesting one. The quarterfinal with Izzy Hammond will no longer take place because Hugo does not have a car to race in, which means that she gets to go straight through to the semi-final.
Oh, the audio is playing after the video right now?
Now, I'm delighted to say that joining me now, we have, I mean, I wish it was under better circumstances.
I know.
We thought we were going to see you at the end. You know, you've got pedigree with the Formula E car. What happened?
I mean, I think I was finding the limit, looking for the limit, and I found it terribly. And well, I think that's what happens sometimes when you're looking to be the fastest or your fastest, and maybe I lost concentration in that braking point. That's what I think may have happened. I had the tires a little bit too hot. A couple of factors that all came together, and well, we're seeing it right now. I'm going to be seeing this quite a lot these days, right?
Yeah, but if it makes you feel any better, I've crashed out of the lead of Grand Prix when I was under no pressure and I was just having to bring it home. So I've messed up much worse than you've just messed up. So do you feel better?
It does comfort a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you
I mean, if these guys mess up,
what exactly?
What expects us more?
Is this good enough now?
I mean, he messed up and he's been karting since he was 5 years old. Unbelievable. Adequate driver.
It happens.
But did you check the terms and conditions of your contract? You don't have to pay for that, do you? It's a lot of damage.
Hopefully not. Hopefully
you're going to be washing dishes for a long time.
Dark comedy, but no. I mean, it bums me out.
Is it better?
To the team, they were amazing the whole weekend as they were last year. Sadly, they're not going to be able to repair the car for the next. Because I was actually savoring taking the title home.
So right now, is the video playing first or the audio?
I'm seeing it as a nice bath of humbleness. Like maybe you're expecting to be here, and that day you'll be there. But maybe someday we'll be the other way.
Am I right in saying?
Okay, hold on.
Was it second?
I was going the other way with it.
You could have almost been quickest.
In the one I crashed, they were telling me I was 0.5 seconds faster.
Faster than?
Yeah, that was the P1 lap.
Oh, we'll take that home with you. That's good,
yes.
That's good, man. Just focus on the positive, man.
Yeah.
Sector 1 and Sector 2 quickest. Done. That's the headline.
Yeah.
That's the story.
I like that headline.
I was going to ask, though, did you check your shorts? Because if I was going through there and crashing, I'd be
To be honest, it's incredibly safe. Like, I felt just like a little tap. I was like, I'm going to just continue pressing the accelerator.
Okay.
But
how about that? How does it look now?
Out of the gear, out of the dry shaft. So, I mean, I feel perfectly fine. Morally, I'm below the ground. Hopefully tomorrow I'm not sore. I'm sure I will be a little bit, but hey, it is what it is.
How,
I mean, it's
how
insane.
fast were you going into that?
I was not looking,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I
well,
have
that's
no
probably,
idea.
well, yeah, well.
Yeah.
That's probably a bad idea to not look, but...
Also, just a reminder that obviously it's not just a car, it's Dan Ticktum's actual
I mean, is it
race
good
car
enough?
that you crashed. Shall we see how Dan reflects on the moment? Come on, over to you, Bella.
Dan, your car was crashed, but not by you for once.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, you
okay.
actually can't. I think you're contracted to stay here. So, yeah, Hookah crashed your car. How does that make you feel? I heard you said it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a sizable...
You're not worried about that. You're not paying.
Sizable sum. Yeah, it's not ideal, but look, I mean, I said in the live interview in there, if I could choose anyone to crash my car, it would be him, because he is a very respectful, lovely chap. He works hard whenever he comes here. He's obviously here in the Evo sessions last year. Really cares, wants to do well, and respectful. So, you know, these things happen. We do it sometimes, and we're paid to race. So, you know, yeah.
That's true, though. Like, you expected someone to crash the car, so it's just a shame that it was him. But he's also a pretty good driver in relation to these.
I would say, yeah, I'd say, I mean, he's the fastest, and he's obviously driven the car before, but I've seen his data from last year, and you know, he can drive. Like, he's a good driver.
Yeah.
He's just, he locked the rears a little bit, carried a bit too much speed, and that's it. It's very easily done.
Yeah, it happens.
It's
right?
very easily done.
What involvement have you had with him and his training or training?
I wasn't in the sim session because I was actually doing my own sim session for my race at Porsche.
Because there's also that.
Yeah, that's my job. Yeah. But yeah, a fair amount, like the pre-briefings before go through, obviously on the track walk, but look at data, like brake shapes, throttle
Yeah,
choices,
you're adding your knowledge.
Yeah,
which
trying to
is
help as much as possible.
Good. Well, we thank you for that.
Yeah, great.
A shame you won't need any more.
Yeah.
Can't wait for Esfand to crash Max Verstappen's car. I'm not going to crash Max Verstappen's car. Okay.
Now, here is a reminder of what is coming up over the next hour or so. So at 7:10, we've got the head-to-head of the duels. Now, available for that is just 1 point in the quarterfinals. Then we go through to the semis, 3 points available for each one of those. If you win that, you get your 3 points, and then you go through to the final. But before the final takes place, we have the wooden spoon, effectively the Losers' Cup, but you get 5 points for winning that one. And the final will be taking place at 8:30, and then of course we will find out who is crowned the champion of the Formula E Evo sessions. Now it's time to go over to Alexa to give us a little tour of the Evo Lounge. How's it going, Alexa?
Hey, Nikki. Well, it's going absolutely fantastic down here, if I do say so myself. I've been lucky enough to be in the Evo Lounge all day, and it's absolutely happening down here. All of the creators have been spending the day in here when they've not been in the garages.
Would you ever do this? I actually totally would.
To see them live out this epic
Maybe I could do something with like Red Bull or
table
something.
football. We've got games. We've got everyone seated,
Super
watching along.
Esfand.
Actually, this is where our creators have been sat all day. So Brownie, I'm going to jump in with you. I'm so sorry. Now, Brownie, you've got a little bit of time before the wooden spoon race takes place. I know it's the race no one wanted to end up in, but you could still have your glory moment of winning that competition.
5 points. Same points as the winner of the entire thing. Not sure if it's fair, but I'm taking them. 5 points. I'm going for 5 points.
Well, tell me about your experience just briefly as well, because you loved it out there.
I absolutely loved it. I mean, I was going fast, and I just half-pressed it and thought I was going all out, and then I pressed even more. I was like, what spaceship am I in? This experience was, I would say, top 1 of my life. This is insane. But I would have liked to place a little bit higher.
You know what? We'll just have to get back in the car again sometime, right?
100% next year.
Hey guys, I've already done the deal for you. Andretti, no need to sign the contracts. Brownie, good luck in the wooden spoon race.
Thank you, thank you.
Right, I think we should carry on through the Evo Lounge.
Especially if we got your collar. It would be really sick.
I mean, of
I'll
course,
talk to Red Bull about
to say hello
it.
to
Red Bull
Formula
told me
E
they're
Jeff
super
Dodge.
down to
Jeff,
do a
how's
bunch of
everything
stuff
going?
this year, by the way.
Good, how are you?
Good, we are having so much fun. So thank you for letting us do this again.
Welcome anytime, my pleasure.
Now, this is what I really wanted to show you, the Evo Sessions sim rigs. People have been in
wait,
and
this
out
is
of
sick.
these sims all day long. And the coolest part of it, they have the Formula E Google Cloud coaching agent on. So when you're in them, you can wear a pair of headphones and it will basically coach you, like race engineer you through your lap. It's actually amazing the progress that people are making by using this race engineer. Now, anything else we should see in the lounge? You got a DJ, we got food, we got drink. It's a wonderful time in here. Honestly, I've had a real blast. So, guys, back to some sporting activities. Nikki, over to you.
Watch out. Coming back.
Right then, guys, well, you join us live in the pit lane. We're going to go for a bit of a pit wander, guys, and see who we can find. Now, obviously, everyone's going to be doing the final
What is
prep
Bazinga?
before their quarterfinals.
That's the guy's name.
Getting their, I mean, their headspace in the
stupid
right
show.
place.
What's the stupid show?
Yeah.
Who's in the car right now?
2.5. No, not 2.5.
Oh, do you want to
I forgot the name of the stupid show.
Go on, get in
The one with the stupid, the
Final
Big Bang
words.
Theory.
He can't go anywhere because
I
he's
do
got no
not
wheels
like
on the
that
car.
show.
Hello.
Hello, Bazinga.
How are you? Hello.
It looks really comfortable in there.
Yeah, I don't have the frame for these cockpits, so it is a
The
bit
nerds don't
interesting.
actually act like that show.
It's very tight in there.
Yeah, the shoulders,
Such broad shoulders you have, yeah. What?
Quite
So
high
are you,
temperatures
is the
as
race
well.
happening in second?
That's the King of Hearts.
Yeah. I can't really eat that well.
Hang on.
That sim racing was in that one movie, really.
What is that? Oh, you're such a diva, mate. Look at him with his leaf blower. Yeah. He's got a leaf blower in there.
Oh, guys, I'm just going to... Can you carry on with the show? I'm just going to cool down with this. This is brilliant.
Dude, so
right,
these
does
guys
anyone
are
have any
like...
questions for Bez, by the way.
No, dude,
There's a lot
actually, you
of
know what?
burgers.
I think I might be, because I did something with WoW, where we were doing like the drift cars and stuff. I might be too big.
Oh, I've messed this one up. All right, tell us. Have you got any comments?
So, there's a lot of burgers being said. A lot of burgers. Do you know about the burger?
No.
Can you
tell us
just look
about
into the
burger.
camera and go, burger?
Okay. Burger.
It's a stinker. Do that.
Uh-oh.
Stinker.
It's a stinker.
There we go.
They're loving that.
Someone said,
Excellent.
is
What
that
have you stitched
Faith's
me up for?
husband?
Yes, it is Faith's husband.
How are you feeling that? Whoa, what is that? How are you feeling that your missus is going to be watching you? Do you feel pressure?
Okay. Audio. Hold on, let me see this. What's going on? Am I live? I think it's like crashing my OBS. I think it's crashing my OBS. Chat, stay calm. Chat, stay calm. What is going on? It's not. Oh, whoa, whoa. Crazy. Handshaking. Connected.
Second help. crashed in his qualifying session. He's out. Amelia Hartford versus Chip, then Arthur TV and Will NE. So the two Senor Frogs up against each other in the quarter-finals. It's going to be hugely exciting to see how this one is going to work out. So, Bazinga versus Carby Lane, then you can see the qualifying times quite different in terms of their overall pace to one another. Bazinga was actually the quickest of our 10 content creators here over the course of this afternoon. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's guaranteed, though, as we head into this one here, DC.
Yeah, but you've got to say, based on the practice time, Bazinga a lot more experienced, and therefore he should just be able to bring this one round, bring it home. So this should be a fairly straightforward victory for him. That said, you know, overconfidence sometimes can get in the way of, well, he would be picking up penalty for crossing the pit lane.
You've had a look at the data. You're fully ready, mate. Go and enjoy yourself.
I'm fully ready, man. Yes.
Exactly. Go and put into practice.
I'm gonna make it sweat. I'm gonna make it sweat.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, he's going to make it count, is Carby Lane there. Let's see how he gets on. Delighted to be joined in the commentary box by Formula E CEO Jeff Dodge. Jeff, great to have you with us. What are you making of Evo Sessions Mark II then?
I love it. I love it. It feels very competitive, doesn't it? I mean, everyone's taking it.
Isn't it crazy listening how much that meant? It like just started. Yeah, it was all like just like pre-game stuff basically.
Duels, but I think Carby might have been holding.
Isn't it crazy? It sounds like a freaking.
I hope he's holding.
It sounds like Star Wars.
That's quite a lap time difference he's going to have to pull from the bag. It just feels that.
Isn't it crazy that it sounds like Star Wars? Like Star Wars in the 80s guessed what electric stuff like this would sound like.
For me, just talking to Bazinga.
Isn't that crazy?
Obviously, the actual Formula E drivers were lapping at around 10 to 12 seconds faster than that, and I just said, you know, what could you squeeze out of that? And when you, it's impossible for him to concede.
Yeah, like pod racing.
10 seconds or 12 seconds. So
I need this more than you, I think.
It showcases just how great these Formula E drivers are. But what an opportunity to get behind the wheel of an elite racing car.
That's so insane to think about.
To drive in Mugello and in Monaco in this very car, and even with all of my years in motor racing, I found it a great privilege to do so. So, a leap of faith for you as a championship to.
Feels go-kart. It kind of is go-karty.
Opportunity. Was it difficult to get buy-in from the teams, or you're one family and it's all for the greater good?
Well, we're one family, but in reality, you're putting together a group of people like content creators who are highly creative, fluid, agile, and you're asking them to work alongside people that work with military positions about milliseconds. So it's a bit of a clash of cultures. But if we want to introduce motorsport to new fans, the next generation of fan, I can think of no better way to do it than this.
Yeah, what a great way to.
Would you do this? Dude, I actually would totally do something like this.
Out of turn 4 on the run.
But you'd have to train for it hard.
Left and right of turns 5 and 6. It's a corner that catches drivers out and has indeed caught drivers out. Carby Lane having a bit of a slide through there.
Yeah, caught it well though. I've got to say, not easy in those higher speed corners to lose the rear end, but naturally pulled it back. And we see
he's deep though. He's deep into the bus stop, and he's overcorrected. And you can see he's just run on there. It comes up so fast, that corner. We've seen a few drivers over the course of today being caught out by it. And unfortunately for Carby, that is going to be the lap time gone then in the quarterfinals. Unlike we had in the 15-minute qualifying session earlier on, you only get one opportunity to set a lap time here in the dual stages. And unfortunately for Carby, that lap time has now disappeared.
Yeah, I think maybe his eyes were wide from that moment in the high-speed corner before. And maybe that's the difference between people who regularly drive and those that are, sort of their brain must be just filled with adrenaline. And then look at that. I tell you, it would have been super impressive had he made the corner. That probably would have been quicker than a pole man from Formula E.
Yeah, let's have another look at it then. So he's just going in and, well, almost just forgets that the corner is there. Did well to stop it before he ended up in the Tech Pro barrier at the end of that straight,
barrier.
However. Anyway, Labour's going to come across to the.
I took you in front of the car with me.
Oh, first time in this dual stages session. I have to say though, given the fact that he was in the 147s earlier on this afternoon, the fact that I know he's lost a bit of time. It's still not a bad lap time there at all for him. He comes across the line. It'll be the first representation we'll see in quarter-final 1. It will, of course, be deleted as a result of exceeding track limits. It's a 1:55.473. So plenty of time left on the table.
You're so professional. Sorry, Jeff. You're so professional. Exceeding track limits.
This is Jedi,
He's
yeah.
created a new track.
Think about Gen 4, maybe.
I was just thinking he's still a minute faster than Max Klemenko.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though he went via the bus stop and the bus garage to get back out.
That is true. It's very true. Just looking there at the team principal for the Senior Frogs. There's Cal Freese down in the DS Penske garage at the moment. And he'll see his drivers out on track before too long. We just saw Quick Stars with Carby Lane, of course, making up a new circuit here. And we'll see what Cal's team are going to be able to do. He's got Bazinga, of course, behind the wheel of that DS Penske machine, and he's done exceptionally well.
Jenna's a fast track. Yeah, they said this is like a crazy sort of thing. They said it's like the fastest 0 to 60.
Regardless,
especially with these cars.
For Carby. And look, you know,
and it tops out at 200 miles an hour. And these guys are just like YouTubers and stuff.
That we could see, and probably will see mistakes.
But I guess like they've been training and stuff for it.
Yeah, look,
surely.
It's an incredible amount of pressure for anyone to come to a new track, new car. Yes, they've been in sims. Yes, the teams have been incredible in terms of helping them get prepped. All of the race drivers are here, putting their weight behind it as well. But look, it took, as a professional, it took me sort of 10, 15 laps to learn any racetrack, and that was taking all of my professionalism onto the tarmac. So this is, you know, I can't stress just how difficult this is.
Jeff, you've driven a Formula E car. Just to put some meat on the bones for us in terms of, you know, someone that's not a racing driver like yourself jumping into one of these cars. How difficult is it to get acquainted?
Well, first of all, Tom, thank you for questioning my racing ability there. Look, I think you don't get much time in these cars, and I was in it for an hour or so, and what you learn over that time period is the car can do much more than you can do. So it's providing you pick the lines right, you can brake incredibly late and incredibly hard, and you can accelerate, you know, very aggressively. But there's a big difference between sitting in a simulator, which I do a lot of with my son beating me, by the way, but sitting in a simulator where there's no walls and you can hit a refresh button and respawn, and going out on a racetrack where the walls are pretty close to them. So yeah, I tip my hat to
yeah, the guy's name being Bazinga. It's like crazy.
With the DS Penske team makes his way onto the circuit. As we said, quickest man in the Evo sessions earlier on this afternoon as part of the team. Let's have a look at Carby Lane then. This is him making his way through turns 5 and 6 on his flying lap. Managed to gather it all up okay. Of course, no heat into the tyres and the brakes really on that after that outlap, and then it was coming down in towards the bus stop chicane where unfortunately it all went wrong. He should have been braking about now. Forgot there was a corner stage left and ended up going off the road.
Yeah, for anyone who hits a racetrack for the first time, then we've got very nice marker boards, 300, 200, 100, that give you clear indication where you are on track.
Okay, mate, let's keep the pace this lap.
So let's see what Bazinga then is going to be able to do. Spoke to him earlier on. He was really happy, actually, with how things went. I tell you what, his lap time was under threat right at the end of that qualifying session. The Duca was on a flying lap, and it was coming into the final chicane where it all went wrong for him as he made a mistake, hit the barrier in quite dramatic style, and ended up out of qualifying for good, because he's not going to be competing in the duels. But here is Bazinga then on a flying lap.
Saudi Arabia's not like what people think it is.
Team principal for Senior Frogs, Cal Freese, making his way through turns 1 and 2. Jack, what's the chat saying on YouTube at the moment? Any exciting comments coming in?
Chat on YouTube.
Comments, a lot of support for Bez.
Any commenters?
What have we got? Someone said bro is nice with it.
Okay. Bro is nice with it.
Compliment.
I hope so.
What else have we got here? I think a lot of people are saying Brazil. Is this being shown in Brazil?
I suppose it's being shown everywhere.
It's shown
Someone come to Brazil.
Oh, Bez is flying.
He is, yeah, he's really flying. 1.5 seconds up in this first sector. Makes his way through the bus stop chicane then. Second part of it, tricky to get this one right as you blast on towards this back straight. It's all about getting the exit right through there as well. It's so easy to just glance the wall.
It's kind of crazy.
Bazinga doing a really good job of...
They're going to play Madden ever again. Dude, did you not see my tweet? We're doing Coach Esfand after this.
We saw a couple of moments ago as he rounds turn 13.
It's got nice lines. There's no question about that. Clearly, you can see a speed difference between the professionals and what he's doing, but there's no faulting the line he's taking, giving the wall, understandably, a bit of a wide berth there.
So I've got a question. So I'm seeing energy. Is that the battery?
Yes, exactly.
So can they run out of battery?
Not on this hot lap, but in the racing, yes, of course, you've got an energy level, and the driver runs out of energy as well. But
right.
that's,
So what happens when they run out of energy? They just,
it's like a video game.
Then if they don't get it calculated correctly, then they lose the race. But these guys get it perfect.
And someone who did get that lap perfect was Bazinga then as well. Not quite as quick as we saw from him in qualifying earlier on. A 1:33.752 is the gauntlet laid down by the quickest man from this afternoon. His lap time earlier, just to put a bit of context onto that, was a 1:27.984. But of course, that was in a 15-minute qualifying session where he had opportune time to get heat into the tyres, into the brakes, into all the systems, and of course, crucially, get himself warmed up as well. Carby Lane now out of the car, to a round of applause for the Nissan team. He'll be disappointed with that, but I think he can hold his head high. Jumping in a car like this around a tricky racetrack is certainly not a mean feat.
Yeah, my God, he's the disappointment. He's walking away like a kid who's just gone for the first lick of the ice cream and it's fallen on the floor.
Well, making his way back into the pit lane then here is Bazinga, and again, nice steady lap time. That, as we said, quite a few seconds away from where he was earlier on this afternoon, but I wonder where it's going to be relative to the other competitors.
Yeah, I think that was a strategy. If you know your competitor has not managed to do a lap, then you just need to bring it round.
Yeah, there's no point in throwing any unnecessary risks into it, is there, really, to be honest? So, makes sense for Bazinga to just leave a little bit on the table. Of course, semi-finals he has now qualified for, but we need to find out who the other three drivers are going to be. Unlike the usual duels format we have in Formula E, by the way, normally we'd have two cars
Crimson
out on
Desert,
at the same time for matters of safety. Of course, with the content creators here, we've got one car out at each particular point. So quarterfinal 1 is now done and dusted. We'll get quarterfinal 2 underway in a few minutes' time, which should have been Izzy Hammond and Juka, but it's just going to be Izzy Hammond, we understand, out on the circuit because, of course, Juka smashed it into the barrier at the end of the qualifying session, and as such, the car is too damaged to be, and he will not be out here to go.
Well, that is unfortunate for Juka. He was quick in Miami when we had the previous EVA sessions, but that gives takes the pressure off Izzy, and she gets the opportunity to go through to the next round.
Okay.
I was backing her actually as someone that could really improve over the course of this competition.
Yeah, well, it gives her an opportunity for a bit more track time as well, DC. You know, she's going to be going out against Bazinga a little bit later.
All right, Chard Live, we'll see you later, dude.
You can see in the Lola Yamaha Apps car. And Izzy,
Formula
Esfand.
Of
course, one is the daughter of Richard Hammond, but also is a motorsport content creator in her own right, part of the Drive Tribe network now as well, and creating some really fun and exciting videos as part of the space on YouTube and on social media.
So, as people who see this on the daily, how are they performing so far? How does this compare to real racing?
Well, we're a little way off in terms of the pace, but yeah, I mean, I think if you look at the experience relative to what these drivers are doing, that's
so
pretty.
Imagine yourself watching some 7-year-olds play football,
right? So
and
they're like,
then you go and watch your favourite football team,
right? So they're not quite the Messi of racing just yet.
Not yet, but you know, everyone has to start somewhere.
You're right. So am I right in saying Bez just got a lap time of 1:33?
Correct.
And what is a pro doing?
Pro is doing, well, on a fast lap, 1:17, we were doing at 300 kilowatts. So
to me, that doesn't sound like much of a difference.
It's like being in another postcode.
Yeah, sit there with a stopwatch and count 20 seconds, and I bet it will seem a lot longer than it actually is in reality.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's a difference between first class and economy in a plane.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
The commentators are pretty good.
I know you're used to being at the front.
Well, I've never done first class, so I wouldn't know, but I imagine it's quite a lot.
I'm normally in the luggage hold, to be honest with you, so I can't really say too much. Bazinga now out of the car, then back into the DS Penske garage. There is Cal Freezy, just giving him some congratulations. I'm sure he'll be off to the next pit box before too long, as another team member for Senior Frogs, Izzy Hammond, is out on track. Of course, she's now all on her own in this session, with Yuka not able to compete.
Wow, that was good commitment on the way into the first corner.
Yeah, really nicely done there for Izzy. Not quite using all the road on the exit of turn 2, but nonetheless, as she runs down in towards turn 4, it's again looking nice and neat and tidy. The lines are all good. They're all the components are there, aren't they?
Yeah, I was talking to her after her qualifiers, and because she's
so early because I have the sponsor,
and there's a limitation to how far back you can actually, from a safety point of view, bring the pedals towards the driver. Then she was struggling to get 100% throttle on the straight. So I expect this to be an even better lap than her qualifying time, because she's been practicing kind of like, I guess, like a ballet dancer, getting on your tippy toes to make sure she can get full power.
Yeah, well, I wondered if the fact that she's in Zayn Maloney's car, and Zayn is not exactly the most, what's the way of putting it? He's a bit vertically challenged, but he's about 5'4" there and thereabouts. He's not exactly the tallest of racing drivers. Hear a bit of the tyres chirping there.
Deep.
And into the wall! That's a big off for Izzy Hammond as he crashes out in spectacular style down at turn 13. Completely rips the front of the car off, and too much commitment. The rear's gone as well, and that is a big smash into the wall for Izzy Hammond in the Lola.
Well, hopefully everything will be absolutely fine.
Coach, I heard you were invited to host and race in Formula, but you turned it down for same reason you turned down hosting the Super Bowl. Any comments?
Safety cars will be deployed.
Yeah, they'll be sending the medical car down there as well. You can see for Bazinga there, he's of course a little bit shaken up by that.
Because I didn't want that to happen.
The debris and the damage of the car on the circuit, but we saw her understeering going into that corner. Marek Hanachevsky, race director. And we're hoping to just get a quick message there, but sadly not to be. We'll give you some updates as soon as we receive them. There is Brownie, he'll be out in the Andretti, and that's just a warning sign, isn't it, for these drivers here?
It's well, it's a race car on a racetrack, and we just caught the back end there, clearly got offline through the apex, and then that took her towards the retaining barrier on the outside of the track.
Yeah, we are just getting a message through for her about Team Radio that she is okay, and she is reporting that she's fine after that one, but a big incident into the wall.
These cars cost $1 and $3 million each.
Okay. The car can be repaired, but of course, you know, for Izzy, that is a big crash, especially at this early stage of the duels qualifying.
Dude, it was right at the very beginning.
She is A-okay? She'll be
first time last night, yeah. What's up, 5-0?
And as the medical car gets there,
Yeah, they're going to have to, of course, get the circuit cleaned up because it's littered with debris on the racetrack. As you can see, part of the front wing on the left-hand side, a wheel that's come off of the rear of the car, and as you can see there, just a fair bit of debris and shock and surprise.
Well, no
in the Evo
questions
lounge down
needed.
Here
She
in
is
Jeddah.
indeed
Those are the
Dad's
risks that we
girl.
take
They have the
in
same.
Formula E here in the Evo sessions. Here's some Team Radio.
I'm fine.
Do you know what happened?
My brakes, like I was braking, but it just was not stopping. And I think I turned in as I braked.
So, possible technical problems there for Izzy, but also maybe a bit too much speed into the corner perhaps as well. We'll wait and dissect it a little bit later on.
You see how clear her message was, though? That's reassuring. Absolutely identifying what the issue was. Too much speed, offline.
Yeah, Mark Preston, team principal. That's the 2-week holiday in Barbados, sadly gone for now.
Wait, who's her dad?
Runner of that outfit, and you can see inside the garage here for the Lola Yamaha Apps team at the moment. So let's have a look at what happened then. So we're just seeing her coming into the corner. So she's understeering, runs out of room, and it's a heavy impact into the wall. The crucial point there is that there's no barrier on the outside. It's just a concrete wall. So in terms of absorbing the energy, there's not really a lot.
Richard Hammond from Top Gear, not the big guy, the smaller guy.
She's got an armful of lock on, and then just goes straight to the scene of the accident.
Yeah, and look, it looks obviously very spectacular.
Yeah.
To the
Okay.
side of the car there, but the actual crash structure you can see remains in place. The suspension would have absorbed a lot of that impact as well, and there was no question.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I skipped that dono because I thought it was like an insensitive dono.
In her voice.
I didn't know if her dad was like a racer who died in a car
Big
crash.
impact into the wall, rips the front, rips the rear of the car off.
Yeah, that's why.
You can see Vic Star
Yeah,
there,
that's why I
Quick
skipped it.
Stars in
Yeah.
shock and expression.
Well, no questions needed. She is indeed Dad's girl. They have
Yeah, I didn't know who her dad was.
Yeah, no
to
doubt about it. So
electric
they're doing
cars,
extraction
it
here for
seems.
safety. This is a standard procedure that we'd have in Formula E with an impact of that magnitude. Of course, it's going to set a lot of safety systems off in the cars, given the G's that would have been read following that one.
Yeah, I didn't know who her dad
you will
was.
still get a point,
I
actually,
just didn't
despite
know.
the
I
fact
just
that you didn't
assumed. I
complete
don't know that it
the
was like a
lap that you
bad
started
dono.
in. So that's good news there for the Senior Frogs. They go up from 1 point to 2 points. So despite
Yeah, her dad
disappointment
crashed an
having,
electric car a few years ago.
have one driver removed from that session, they will still get something out of it.
Yeah, to me, that looks like it's almost like throttle and brake has been run together. There was no obvious signs of locking.
Yeah, you can see the fire extinguisher on the other side of the pit wall, of the wall there rather, being knocked over as a result of the force of that impact once the car collided with the barrier. But more lock, and more lock. It's like she's trying to captain a ship at this point, and then bang, straight into the wall for Izzy Hammond. Not the way she should have wanted to end the Evo sessions, nor the lowly Yamaha app team, or indeed for the Senior Frogs. So he caught it with the front right and brought the car up into the air after that initial impact, and then of course whacked the rear of it as well. So for Senior Frogs, for Cal Freezy, the team principal, plenty of thinking to do, but they do still score 1 point despite the fact that Izzy was not able to complete the lap. And now the track cleanup operation is underway here. Let's go down to Bella, who is in the pit lane, as we see Izzy Hammond now up and out of the car and just jumping into the medical car following that one, which is the best news possible. Let's go down and catch up with Bella, who is with the driver for the number 22 in the lowly Yamaha app team, Zane Maloney.
Is this live? Yeah.
Sad to see your car like that.
This is a crash.
Yeah. Izzy's okay, so that's.
Are you sad to see your car?
So glad to see
it's like, yeah. Okay. I'm glad she's okay.
A bit unfortunate.
I know, I'm annoyed. I have to say, Izzy was my favourite. So to see that is like shocking and annoying, but it's annoying for the team as well. But she's amazing. She's really good. So.
I mean, it's the most important thing is that she's okay.
Yeah.
So that's all we care about right now. And then, of course, cars can fix, and we'll do our best to fix the car. But she enjoyed it as well, and she did a great job in the first run. She was doing very well just now.
Yeah.
These cars are hard to drive, so. Yeah, she shouldn't beat herself up.
Yeah, how much involvement did you have with like helping her and training her?
Well, she was here for the weekend, so she watched all the qualifyings and stuff, and then at the simulator she did 2 days, and then the track walk today. So she was well prepared, and she showed that on the track as well. Just unfortunate at the end.
Yeah, I know. When I saw her before, she was really calm and collected, so it's a shame, but it is what it is. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Bella. Thank you to Zane Maloney down there in the pit lane there. A shame for the lowly Yamaha app team, for Izzy Hammond, and indeed for the Senior Frogs. But whilst we've got a break in proceedings then here as the circuit is cleaned up following that incident, get involved. Let us know, where are you watching? What driver are you rooting to win? Who do you think is going to win after what we've seen in qualifying today? Let us know. We'd love to hear.
A small mistake at this track here on the wall. People were saying this track is like crazy.
I saw a few comments. I saw one saying Bez and Chip are favourites, but EsfandTV may be a dark horse today.
I saw him earlier on. He looked pretty steady out there.
He had a few spins, didn't he? He had a few spins. Oh.
What are they saying?
The American race director there,
no
just
way
giving
we ever replace this
some
car.
instructions to the team. There's Willeni on the left-hand side of your picture. On the right-hand side is Brownie, Mahindra and Andretti team for those drivers. There's Dan Ticktum also on the right-hand side. He's another man who's in his car ending up in the wall here in Jeddah. And this is the thing, isn't it? You know, 12 months ago we did the Evo sessions, but we did them in Miami, a circuit that had a fair bit of runoff area. There was an opportunity for these mistakes to be rectified here. As you can see, when those errors do come through, or whatever indeed it was that happened to Izzy Hammond, you can end up in the wall in quite dramatic style. As we said, the best news is that she is okay. She's out of the car and is now being brought back into the pit lane. I'm sure there'll be a precautionary check into the with her into the medical centre. 25 Gs we're hearing that impact was. So a fairly hefty whack into the wall for Izzy Hammond.
So we've got a question here. A lot of people are asking how the points work. Why? So Senior Frogs currently have 2 points. How does that work?
So in the quarterfinals, drivers can score 1 point for each of whoever wins essentially in that one. Then it's 3 points for the semi-finals, and then the finals you get 5 points. But also the wooden spoon race you get 5 points as well.
And what is the wooden spoon race?
That's the only way I can describe it is the race of the losers, really. So you've got obviously your 10 drivers that progress forwards. The bottom 2 who didn't make it into the duels. So 8 went through from the qualifying session into the duels, and then the bottom 2 ended up in the wooden spoon race. They'll be competing against one another.
So you don't really want to be in the wooden spoon race?
Well, you say that, but you don't want to in terms of pride, but you can get 5 points, which is the same you can get in the finals, and they've got the double points that they can use as well. So each team has got basically a joker card they can use at one point here tonight.
So you can be a loser and still get as many points as if you were in the final?
Correct. But you could also, if the team, for example, looks at the other driver on the other team or whoever else they were facing off in that wooden spoon race, they could look at it and they could say, right, we think our one's going to win, we'll go for the double points there. So they could go from 5 points up to 10
It's
points.
all mind games, isn't it, really?
It is, yeah.
It's all mind games.
There's a lot going on. It's nice and easy to follow, thankfully. So looking at these highlights then of the Evo sessions here so far, we've had 3 laps out on track, one of which has ended up with a fairly spectacular crash. This was Izzy Hammond, who looked really good, actually, at one point in the lap. And then, unfortunately, here, down at turn 13, it all went wrong very quickly indeed. Crashed it into the barrier. Big amount of understeer through that corner. She said that couldn't get the car slowed down and was wondering if it was her doing also. We'll wait and see what the upshot is of that once it's all been looked into. However, as we said, the main thing is that she is okay following that crash. Let's just remind you of the route to the final here for Formula E's Evo session. So Bazinga and Carby Lane went up first of all. Bazinga progressed forwards into the semi-final. Izzy Hammond should be in semi-final 1. However, of course, that car is going nowhere
Carby Lane?
anytime soon. So she will be out of qualifying for the foreseeable future, which makes things nice and easy, actually, for the Senior Frogs, because it would have been both of their drivers going head-to-head amongst one another. If you're wondering why Duca has not featured in the duel so far, that's because he crashed out in the qualifying session earlier on this afternoon on his final flying lap when he was set to depose Bazinga of his top spot that he'd occupied for the majority of the session. He also went into the wall down at the final chicane. There is Bazinga in the Evo Sessions lounge. Well, I suppose, as we said, it's somewhat good news
Italian
for the Senior
TikToker.
Frogs team with one of their drivers progressing
Dude, I
forwards.
should have freaking, I freaking whiffed so hard, dude. I should have freaking gotten on the
Live stream as
TikTok
it sits
train
now, which is,
years ago.
which is fantastic. Looking forward to seeing.
I should have done it, man. I should have done it.
Going to do well here for the Evo Sessions tonight.
I freaking giga
So how
whiffed.
fast can these cars really go? Because I've seen it on the big screen, but being here yesterday, that was different gravy. Like it didn't look real. How fast these cars are going. What is their like top speed?
Up to 200 miles an hour.
And that is
really
pretty fast,
good.
isn't it?
60, 1.8.
Yeah, I wish I got my wife on the only.
Yeah,
Wait,
I know
what?
that'll pin you back into your seat. That'll make you wonder what you had for breakfast.
And I noticed something because I did the simulator yesterday. It's hard. The brakes don't brake because you're going so fast. It's like you gotta.
The pedal's hard, isn't it?
It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard,
there's
man.
a lot of pressure, a lot of PSI you've got to put into that. We'll come back to that thought in a few moments' time. Let's go down and catch up with Bella, who is with Carby Lane. Carby was in the quarterfinals. We saw him running on down at the bus stop chicane. Sadly, his lap time was deleted, and he will go no further than the quarterfinals for the Quick Stars team, and indeed for Nissan. However, he's in the pit lane. Let's go down and see what he has to say following that qualifying run.
It's a shame. It didn't exactly go to plan,
Yeah,
but it's still a mental experience, isn't it?
It's still a crazy experience. You know, I didn't want to let down the team. You know, it's
It's impossible to break too hard, yeah.
So I wanted to.
What happened? There was a big crash
to give
earlier.
them,
No,
something
nobody
good.
died. It was a
Unfortunately,
crash.
I wanted to speed up as much as I could for get on a good point, but it went how it went.
I guess Richard Hammond's daughter.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mental experience either way. It's so good.
Yeah, it's an amazing experience, and
Yeah, Carby Lane.
best of luck to the winner.
And not everyone does this, you know, it's not an easy thing.
No, it's not easy things, but I could have done better.
Wait, he doesn't normally talk?
Lovely stuff, thank you. Here with Vic, team principal. That was a moment.
That was
How you
a
doing?
big moment. That is a member of the other team, but super unfortunate to see.
We saw your reaction.
Yeah, it shows kind of that these are the real cars. These
Just
raced
react
in
with
the
funny looks and
championship
faces?
yesterday and the
Really?
day before. So it's groundbreaking to show something like this, but it shows.
You know,
that,
like, not talking
anything
is
can
kind
happen
of
on the
OP.
track.
And you know, the pressure is right up there, isn't it? You know,
That's like the Rowan
ultimately needs
Atkinson
to just
strat,
put in
dude.
a lap to get through to the semis,
Yeah.
but it's such
That's why
an
Mr. Bean
intense
was so popular.
situation. They had qualifying quite a long time ago. It was a good, chunk of time on track, and then suddenly in this environment, you're live. There's a lot of pressure
it's
on to
dark,
perform.
You've got
It's
the street
intense.
lights
Yeah.
and pressure. You've got a lot of people that you want to show off that car to. So it is unfortunate. And the round before that was also unfortunate for the Quick Stars. We have one driver left. in this championship, but I have big faith in Amelia.
Come on, Amelia.
She could go the whole way.
Amelia is a legend, though.
Yeah,
Come
she's
on.
got a lot of experience. She's been in the car before.
Yeah.
And yeah, I believe that she's coming up soon.
With that one driver, what are you going to be telling her? Because after seeing that, it could shake up a few people. I'd be sure.
I do actually. I need to run down to the garage and speak to her. But we did have a little conversation. She was very consistent on her qualifying. So she's got experience in the car. She was very consistent. So she needs to push a little bit, but hopefully not too much.
Yeah.
And I believe she will be driving second as well. So she'll have an idea of what she needs to do.
And
I
ultimately,
hope anyway.
you just want to bring home a nice,
clean
lap with a car in one piece.
Definitely, that's what we're hoping for.
Okay, nice one. Well, what are you going to be doing now? How are you going to, get the nerves to relax?
I'm going to run down to the garage and get ready to watch the next duel.
All right,
Coach, so what you're saying is you turned down hosting Super Bowl, and you saw what happened, and now this and that happened. When will you be held
you were
responsible?
on camera when Izzy had that moment.
Well,
That was
listen, it's not
intense,
my
wasn't it?
fault. You know,
hope Izzy's okay.
Causation is not
to see, especially after I just got out of the car. So
accusation. You know, accusation is not
How are you feeling that
causation.
you've got to get back in the car for the semi-finals now?
Fine, I'm quite
I just watched the video you put out about the pre-nerf post-nerf on armor bug. I think you were right in the PTR had the bug because when Tuesday first launched, meters were topped by locks, hunters and majors melee were never seen. None with average abuse from 1K to 1.3K. Yeah.
These guys do send them in. Over to you, Kai.
Hugo, I mean, crazy crash that we
How
just saw.
did that video turn out?
I mean, you had a little one earlier. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I heard she was okay, but I'm glad. That's what I was telling before. Like, these cars are safe. It's insane. That was a very, like, aparatoso, how do you say, like, very shocking crash, but thankfully she's okay.
And we're down to low numbers on quick stars, so what's your thoughts? How you feeling?
I mean, I'm going to rep my team, of course. Quick stars.
They're going to go crazy. Amelia, we're rooting for her. We're rooting for her big time. Let's go.
Right, Arthur, you're still in this. Oh, yes. Okay, you're not. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so you could still be in it. How was it, though? Like, just explain to us about the whole day, the whole experience, and even the prep, in fact. Because you guys got to go on a sim as well.
Exactly. So I still have the wooden spoon race, which I don't want that spoon, so I'm going for that. But the prep was not a lot. It was 2 days in the sim, so that helped in a massive, expensive sim from Andretti, the team. Shout out to Andretti. But they did an amazing job. I did my best for 2 days straight, but that was all the experience I had.
Taking a look.
The fact that you're also wearing the colours at Andretti, like they are one of the biggest names in motorsport. It must come with a huge privilege. Like you're in the Andretti family now.
It is a massive privilege. This entire experience. I hope I'm back next year, but once in a lifetime experience.
I'll give a shout out, Michael Andretti. You know, he might be watching, you never know. He probably pays the bill at the end of the day.
Exactly, so shout out to them.
Lovely stuff. Right, let's have a little wander round. Can we find anyone else? I've lost Kai. There you are.
I'm having a look. Everyone's kind of disappeared.
Well, they probably scarpered because they knew you were coming.
Probably.
I can spy. Who's over in this corner?
We got Vic again.
The food's been good here, though, hasn't it?
It's been pretty. Yeah, it's been banging. I've been stuffing my face.
I wish I'd had time to do that. Karun, we're going to throw to you. Look at that.
Hi, Nikki.
The beauty of TV.
Do you want to stick around and see? Because I've grabbed
Yeah, we
the
want to
world
watch
champion.
this. Come on, then.
I've grabbed the world champion.
Come on,
to talk
Jake
about this.
Dennis.
Jake, that was pretty scary to watch, wasn't it? It was a big hit.
Yeah, I was stood with you when we were watching it live, and yeah,
Well,
really
let's
not
slow
nice
it
to
down.
see something like that.
Yeah, because we heard her say on the radio with an issue with the brakes.
Yep.
But it did look a bit like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately we don't really know what's happened as of yet, so we can't really jump to conclusions. But you can clearly see her trying to really slow the car down. You know,
Yeah.
she's grabbing the wheel, trying to turn.
Dude,
more
why
and
didn't
more
they
left,
mute
so
the-
She's doing everything she possibly can, and
yeah,
this impact here, I'm not even talking from experience. I've never had one like this, but it can actually be very, very, very painful. And really thankful that Izzy walked out of that one.
Yeah, I mean, just looking from this angle, you know, just for people to understand, the line is down here normally, isn't it? You want to be down in that part of the track. So, you know, the fact that she's way out wide suggests that something went a bit awry there. But to me, you know, when you watch the point where it hits the wall and the rear of the car jumps in the air, that's a sign of how big the impact is, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have sensors on the cars to tell us what type of impact that was, and that has triggered the sensor for sure. A double impact like that is seriously painful for the knees, the body. She'll definitely feel that in the morning, but yeah, great that she walked out of that one, but that's a lot of damage. It's a lot of work for the Lola guys to fix before Madrid. Yeah, I mean, that's super not nice to see. For the rear to come up like that, you're looking at easy, 45, 40 G there of impact.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big number. But very happy that she's got away with it because, you know, we heard her on the radio saying she was okay. We saw her get in the medical car. She'll go off to get checked, as you guys would, because as you said there, when you have a crash that's more than a certain G load, the FIA will ask the drivers to go check. Same for Formula E here. So yeah, very glad that she's okay. But thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you very much indeed, Karun. Yeah, back to the commentary box and back to what is going to be happening out on track in a few moments' time as well. Good news, as we said, is that Izzy Hammond is okay following that crash, but we're going to have Amelia Harford out in a few moments' time. She's actually a returnee to the Formula E Evo sessions, American automotive content creator, presenter and producer, but has also been racing in Pikes Peak. Raced in Pikes Peak for Porsche, finished second in her class last year. So really impressive and has got some proper behind-the-wheel experience. She'll be going up against Senor Frog's Burnt Chip, otherwise known as Chip. And he's a long-form digital content creator with an established YouTube catalogue. Launched the Fellas with Cal Freezy, who, of course, is the team principal of the Senor Frogs outfits. There is Amelia Hartford. As you can see, 6 million followers on her social media. She qualified 6th earlier on this afternoon. And she's got the air blower on her just to try and keep her a bit cool. It is baking hot still here under the lights in Saudi. It's about 25 degrees
under the lights in Saudi.
But it is
Saudi Night Lights, dude. So, new football series, Saudi Night Lights.
On the circuit,
dude, actually,
that's the driver's eye view that Saudi will have for flying lap. And in terms of the car setup for this one, 300 kilowatts and all-wheel drive.
Wait, that would be amazing.
Drivers out on the circuit, and it's a unique set of circumstances that in Formula E, because normally they have 300 kilowatts and
she's good. A lot of people are saying she's a good driver. You as the coach. Yeah.
In this championship, you'd have 350 kilowatts, so an extra 50 kilowatts, and you'd have all-wheel drive. So, yeah, all-wheel drive to give them as much grip as they possibly can, but 300 kilowatts just to try and keep it that little bit safer. Let's have another look at what happened then to Izzy Hammond, of course, which brought a bit of a delay to proceedings here in Jeddah. So you can see her coming in towards turn 13, armful of understeer.
That was crazy, dude.
And straight into the wall.
Yeah, big hit. You can see Zin Maloney there, the driver of that car regularly, who had a good performance yesterday. And, well, it looks a big hit, and there's no question it is, but the good news is that when an accident keeps moving, and I've got a bit of experience of crashing cars over the years, the movement is absorbing that energy. So the great news was she was on the radio, sounded like it was just another Sunday drive.
So am I right in saying that these are like the proper cars?
I'm fine.
Do you know what happened?
My brakes, like I was braking, but it just was not stopping. And I think I turned in as I braked.
Very calm and analytical following an impact such as that.
So these cars, these are the proper cars, aren't they? These are the ones the guys were racing yesterday, right?
Absolutely.
And what happens now? Because that car looks a bit, you know,
that's
worse for wear.
That's going to be a complete rebuild, we reckon. That's the front powertrain's done, rear's done, tub probably has taken some substantial damage to it. So they get dispensation here in the Evo session. It doesn't come out of the allocation for that team for the season, thankfully. But yeah, it's going to be a proper full-on rebuild. Jeff Dodds joins us back again in the commentary box, CEO of Formula E. Jeff, you've just been down talking to Izzy. How is she? Is she okay?
She's absolutely fine. I think a mixture of high adrenaline, so she's speaking perfectly well. I think a bit of adrenaline and clearly a bit of shock. And actually, if I'm honest, a bit of embarrassment because she keeps going on about, I can't believe I've wrecked their car. But no, she's fine. They've got her under observation right now, and if she needs to go off to hospital, they'll take her off for a bit of more observation. If not, she'll come back here and join the rest of the team. But she was in good spirits, speaking fine. But obviously that's a big shock, right? That would have taken it out of her.
Yeah, it's never easy when you have an accident of that magnitude, DC. As you said, you've had a few in your time, and I can't imagine there's ever comes a point where it gets any easier to deal with.
No, absolutely. But actually, although she's not an experienced track driver, she's grown up around the world of automotive. Her father's got a bit of experience when it comes to some high-speed incidents and accidents. So for me, what was absolutely clear, how calm her voice was in describing what happened. And as Jeff's explained there, you know, there's a procedure whenever there's a high G incident that the medical team will go through. But she sounded pretty clear that she understood what had happened.
Yeah, Richard actually was calling her while I was there, so she was talking to her dad, and he was understandably concerned and checking in on her, and she was talking him through it in great detail. So hopefully all good. And let's say we can rebuild cars. That's not a problem. I'm sure Lola Yamaha will have some work cut out over the coming days, but that is the lowest of the priorities.
Yeah, good news. Thank you very much indeed for that, Jeff. Really, really appreciate that update. So we now shift our focus over to the third of the quarterfinals. It'll be Amelia Hartford up against Chip. That'll be coming along the way in about 5 or so minutes' time. In the meantime, let's go down to Nikki and the crew in the Evo Lounge.
Thanks, Tom. Now, Jack, earlier you said you were on the sim. And
I was
put in
indeed.
a solid lap time of
about 4.5 minutes. So what is it? Let me have a look at what's the current. Oh yeah, that's not good, is it?
No,
That's not great.
I mean, you were about 3 times slower than everyone else.
And is that a lot in the racing world?
I mean, yeah, you were. I would say not just a different postcode. You were in a different country.
Right.
Yeah, quite far behind. But we got Kai in the hot seat. He's up for a challenge.
Can you hear us? So what's your? Oh, those racing lines are good. So I just noticed, is that real life, the stats?
Yes.
Because that says 200, top speed 207 kilometers an hour. Now I don't know what that is in miles, but that sounds pretty fast.
I'm going to go with extremely fast. Like, is that 140?
What time do I need to be?
What time are you now? 1:58. 1:58?
The overall time by, it says Secret Driver, #1, the quickest is a 1 minute 19.46. But to be honest, if you get, who on this list do you want to beat? Ethan, do you want to beat 9th? He's got a 1 minute 23.5. Chip's got a 1 minute 20.
It's not looking good, mate. It's not, oh yeah, you're not, it's not looking good.
Don't you take quite a lot of time on sims?
Me? Yeah, sometimes, but I don't think it's good to dive into people's histories. Let's just focus on
Speed up a bit. Oh no, it's not good. It's not good. You're spinning.
Okay, here we go. This is the start of the lap. This is it.
Do these cars have a reverse function?
So, okay, so
they do. Okay.
The first turn here, braking a lot.
Oh, lovely line. Oh, it's gone red.
Taking Jack's advice of feathering it.
Feather.
Yeah, feather. Just teasing it. Just a bit of foreplay with the throttle, and then
beautiful line.
Again. Oh,
I feel like you're cheating because these lines don't exist in real life. Can we turn those off? I feel like you've cheated the game.
I didn't listen. Someone else set it up, so
let's give him 1 lap with the lines, all right?
Thank you, Nikki. I'm glad you're here.
So what are you on right now?
A bit of drifting.
32 you've hit a wall.
But we're still going, that's what matters. That is what matters. And again, braking.
Beauty.
Lovely. Jack, have you had a go on this yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
That
really
doesn't sound convincing.
I mean, it's not like it's quick. We're going to come back and we'll let you know what the lap time is. We're only 53 seconds in. I mean, you are on sector 2, though. All right. Okay, all right. Should we make it to sector 3?
Yeah, we'll make it to sector 3. I don't even know what that means, but we'll do it.
All right, okay, fine.
We'll make it to sector 3,
We are going
right?
to try and report back on the last 20 seconds of this lap. He's going through the chicane at the moment. Can he make it through safely? Yes, he can. He's hit the apex beautifully there.
That was beautiful on the apex. I was literally going to say that before you said that as well. Beautiful apex.
And now he's just following the lines.
Following the lines.
And around
Gonna say
in
that
a circle,
yeah.
in one direction.
So the apex...
Come on, we're down the start-finish straight. Come on.
Finish.
What are we going to get? What are we going to get? Cross the line. Oh, it's a 1 minute 31.27. Lots of improvements to Kai. Sorry.
You're actually backseating IRL, dude.
Big up. He's on the leaderboard.
Thank you very much indeed, Nicky. Yeah, funny enough, that 1:31 was actually quicker than the fastest time we've seen so far in the quarterfinals. Amelia Harford, who is going to be out against Burnt Chip in a couple of moments' time. Well, I say a couple of moments, minute and a half or so until we see those two drivers out on track. Now, Amelia was actually very competent earlier on. It's her second time appearing in the Formula E Evo sessions. And she was driving for Maserati 12 months ago in Miami. Here this weekend, she's, of course, with the Porsche team. Burnt Chip is going to be out with the Jaguar outfit. Jaguar winners here this weekend in the Jeddah, I was going to say Moonlight, but that's probably not the correct way of putting it. Actually, for that matter, Porsche were on Friday as well. So two winning teams from this Jeddah Corniche circuit about to go out on the track. Be interested to see how this one works out as Amelia lines up at the exit of pit lane. 300 kilowatts, of course, and all-wheel drive as she blasts away onto the circuit for her one and only flying lap in this session. So how it works in Formula E in the duels format, you get one out lap, you get one flying lap, and that is your lot. You can see we had the qualifying session earlier on, and Chip was 7 seconds or so faster than Amelia Harford, so quite a pace difference between them. However, we have seen drivers struggling to get the pace and performance out of the car over the course of that one flying lap. In the qualifying session, they had 15 minutes to do it. Here, very different set of circumstances.
Certified Bree, thank you for the prime.
Given
Certified Bree.
experience, so I'm going to go with she just did enough to make it through, and she's going to be the biggest improver in this head-to-head.
Let's see what goes on then for Amelia Harford as she exits away onto the circuit. Green light about to come on at the end of pit lane at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, and she blasts out onto the track then. So the American driver, as you said, known for making automotive and car content, doing track and drag strip testing and vehicle engineering and modification projects. See how she's going to fare in this one. As you say, a second appearance in the Evo sessions. A lot of experience in terms of driving street legal cars very quickly, but you can see she'll need the perfect sector 2 according to Google Gemini. Her best time was 3 seconds behind Burnt Chip, and that's in terms of the sector time, obviously, because it was about 7 seconds over the course of the lap. So she's out in what was Nico Muller's car with the number 51 on the side of it, and Muller's still here this weekend as Amelia comes down in towards the bus stop chicane, which is where we've seen so many drivers being caught out here this weekend. Very easy to run on.
Okay, very important to keep it nice and cool and composed, stay calm.
Steady is the name of the game here.
People said she's really good.
Adage of smooth is fast and fast is smooth.
Yeah, I think that's just calming words. There's no question when we've had a couple of incidents that can destabilize some of the drivers, but she has experience.
And reminder for brake warm-up button in straight line heading into turn 13.
So brake warm-up button, that's a mode in the car to obviously maximize as much temperature in the brakes as you possibly can. Down into turn 13 is the longest straight on this racetrack.
Yeah, looking like a good out lap, good build lap. And we'll get a much better idea once she launches into the first sequence of corners, just where her head's at.
Yep, coming down the start finish straight, then accelerating up in towards turn 1, find the braking point, find the apex, and nice and smooth through turn 1 and 2.
Well, apex is both of those corners, so looking sweet so far.
Yep, down in towards turn 4. Can see drivers here taking a bit of a late apex, slightly early there for Amelia, but she gets it all rotated quite nicely, using all of the available road at her disposal. Turns 5 and 6 has caught a few of them out. She takes a bit of a lift going into there. Of course, the tyre's not really up to the optimum working range at this point.
Yeah,
so
she builds cars.
Driving towards your ability, and again, you can hear her sort of lifting off the throttle, coming down towards
She was
the
in
bus
Gran
stop.
Turismo movie.
Getting it wrong, but not for Amelia.
That juggling fire bunnies, but I did
Makes it
not.
through quite easily.
Yeah, and leaving.
Would I ever do track day in a car? I would.
On the exit of those corners.
Dude, I want to talk to Red Bull about doing something, but you'd have to train for this.
Turn 13. This is where we saw Izzy Hammond.
So I was like being out of the
in
rainbow. I
barrier
don't know what that
A
is.
few minutes ago, you can see we've split the screen here, so we've got a couple of onboard angles to bring you down in towards this corner. Bit of rear locking into there.
Yeah, this is like F1 electric.
Gets the car rotated quite nicely and blasted out of turn 13 in towards the.
No, Red Bull does
chicane
Formula
on this
1
lap.
only, I think.
This is looking a very solid lap. I'm not sure how much quicker it is than her qualifying lap, but to me, it looks like several seconds.
Well, 25-1, just to put that into context, that's the first sector time that she set. The drivers in Formula E this weekend...
Is she actually doing a good job on the racing lines? Like, I'm not a pro.
Vic Star, as he see Amelia Hartford
I'm not a pro viewer.
132, 1-4.
But it seems to me like she was doing pretty good.
In the quarterfinals. That's a nice, steady, good benchmark time for Hartford to set. The question is, though, is Chip going to be able to beat it in a couple of minutes when he goes out in the Jaguar?
Jaguar.
Brownie there on the left-hand side of your
Don't you mean Jaguar, brother?
In the middle. And there is Amelia Hartford making her way back around on this slow-down lap.
Have you ever considered getting an electric car? Considered, yes.
Get some track experience
beyond that,
in this
no.
machine, and she pulled a good time out of the bag as a result of it.
Yep, solid.
Perfect, 3 seconds off. Cool down and pit.
Confirm, cool down and pits.
And again, DC, nice and concise feedback in the cool-down lap as well.
Yeah, she's got her mind in all things automotive, and that was a good response to that front right locking. She launched it into the long 13.
Yeah, well, I thought it was the rear that locked her first, because you saw it sort of snatch.
As the new Classic Plus patch.
Exactly as you say. So maybe next time move the brake bias a little bit towards the back. And in terms of driving a Formula E car, it's not the sort of car you can go out and smash the brake pedal, because in a traditional Formula car, you're putting a lot of pressure on it. Here in Formula E, you've got a lot of energy recovery. You're regenning a lot through the front and the rear differentials. You can see the brake disc there glowing red as a result of it, but that also means that you can't apply the same levels of brake pressure, which is why you get lockups like that. So Amelia making her way then back into the pit lane.
There's a lot for them to take in, isn't there, in such a short space of time? And you know, simulation technology is incredibly good nowadays, but there's nothing quite like being out on track.
Beer back real quick.
No, absolutely not. As exactly as you say, as we see Nico Muller, the traditional driver of that number 51 Porsche, in the box. And we look over to the Jaguars then as Chip exits on to the racetrack then. See what he is going to be able to do in response to that. In terms of the time that we saw earlier on for Chip in that Jaguar, he did not look too bad at all. He was third quickest overall in the qualifying session with a 1:28.425. That was about half a second or so away from Bazinga's quickest time, his teammate. What's the chat saying, Jack? Anything exciting?
What have we got here? The chat is moving very fast.
So let's nicely build up.
So people are asking, how much do these cars set you back?
If you're going to, what, if you're going to go and buy one from...
Can you just buy one, or is it quite an exclusive thing?
I wouldn't say you'd probably be popping down the main dealer anytime soon to put an order in for one.
Are we talking M's?
Oh, yeah.
Multiple M's?
Well, that's a good question. Definitely M's. Multiple M's remain to be seen. I suppose it depends on the level of sophistication you want to go for. But yeah, put it this way, it's not pocket change.
Yeah, I think there's an operational budget cap for the season, which we need to ask an adult to give us exactly that information. But
team radio.
Remember what we talked about, exiting the chicane.
So a round of applause there for Amelia.
And we asked for an adult, and we've got one. Jeff's back.
Jeff, if you're going to go and buy a Formula E car, what would you be looking at spending?
Well, obviously you can't buy one, and the research and development cost that goes into it would be millions and millions and millions, but you'd be looking in excess of $1 million. But you're right, the teams have a cap every year for 2 cars of around 15 million euros, something like that. But for the teams, this event sits outside of that racing cap, so any of the costs incurred through the race this weekend at Evo Sessions gets picked up outside of the cap.
Here we go, boys and girls.
Another showman is Chip then. Let's have a look at the first sector time. It was a 25-1 for Amelia Hartford a couple of moments ago in that Porsche. Down into turns 5 and 6. Good level of commitment there for the Jaguar driver. It's a 26 flat, so it's a little bit away from Amelia Hartford's time through that first sector, but he's carrying a good amount of speed and commitment as we come in towards the bus stop chicane. This is where drivers can get it wrong, but again, Chip getting it hooked up very nicely through there, leaving a bit of margin on the exit of the first part of it, through the second part of it, and blasting on to this back straight, using all the curb on the exit and running down in towards turn 13. Is he going to have gained a bit of time back in the second sector? He is. He's about 0.4 of a second quicker than Hartford second sector time. So the deficit now sits at about half a second overall, with one more sector and just a handful of corners remaining.
Yeah, this is a great little shootout, actually. He started a little bit cautious, found his form in the middle part, and, well, tricky few chicanes to end out the lap.
Yep, they were talking to him on team radio about how to tackle these chicanes, but it looks like he's gotten it sewn up and very nicely sorted. Through the final one we go now for Burn Chip. Is this going to be a time that takes him to the top of the pile in quarterfinal 3 and deposes Amelia Hartford in the quick stars? Chip comes to the line. It's a 1:31.764. It is faster than Amelia Hartford by just over 3.5 tenths of a second, and Hartford will go no further than quarterfinal 3 as the Jaguar, the Senor Frogs team, and Burnt Chip go through into semi-final 2.
Well, it doesn't get much closer than that.
Okay.
No, it really doesn't. Very, very tight.
That looks good, thank you.
Less than half
This is actually a salad from
those
yesterday.
two drivers, and
Clap, 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 clap.
The lap there. It's about 0.8 of a second down on Hartford's first sector time, but really pulled it back in sector 2 and sector 3.
El Jefe.
No, that's, well, you can hear from his, you hear from his team manager there just how excited he is by that. It feels now
a wow combine.
Into a bit of momentum.
Could be funny.
Competition.
Is there anything you're impressed by watching these creators?
Just the very fact that they are, especially the last two runners, you know, Chip and Amelia.
They did quite well, did they?
They're doing the lines. They're doing
is
what
off.
you would expect.
Pull down lap, wow. Mega end of the lap.
Is freeze frame off?
1 second off at the start of the lap, and you crawled it back during the lap.
Why is freeze frame turned off?
Round of applause that we're hearing there. Round of applause that we're hearing there, not too dissimilar from what we get normally in the duels when the regular drivers are out on the racetrack. Let's go down and catch up then with Amelia Hartford, who sadly was eliminated from quarterfinal 3 and will take no further part in the qualifying sessions here tonight for the Evo sessions. She is in the pit lane talking to Bella.
How did it feel? So you just heard all of them cheering for Chip when he crossed the line.
I honestly thought I had him.
Dude.
I took 3 seconds off my lap time. He was one of the faster drivers.
Kyle
slower
Long.
than what he did earlier. And in the last section where these two really tight chicanes are,
Guys
he
know who
made
Kyle
up a
Long
second
is?
of time, and I just don't have the muscle strength in that area. But
So annoying. So you think it was that, like because it was his last section.
He was a big time offensive tackle,
at
big
least
old
in that
lineman
section, he was a second behind,
for the
went through that
Bears.
section,
He just
and that's
messaged
what
me
he
and he
did
was
the
like,
time.
I thought I saw you on Radio Row, but I wasn't
It's okay.
sure.
You won last year, so you've got that. It's like, let's give him a turn. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, and I mean, I'll win every year I can get, but you're right. You know, we should be kind and give others a chance.
Exactly. He'll take it. You know, you've already got enough going on. You're so skilled, so it's fine.
Oh, that was
well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done to Amelia Hartford, and well done to Duker as well. He gets a nice memento to take home after crashing out in the qualifying session this afternoon. Gets to sign the rear wing end plate. Anyway, quarterfinal 4, 2 Senor Frogs drivers going up against each other, EsfandTV and Will NE. You can see a bit of a difference in terms of their lap times, about 7 seconds or so separating.
Oregon Duck Legend, that's right. He did go to Oregon, you're right.
A properly impressive save in the quali sessions. He had a big moment coming out of turn 2 and nearly crashed into the wall. Kept it out of it though, and went on to set, as you see, that 1:28.621. Don't think we're going to be troubling that lap time here.
Dude, I would love to do something like this.
Get. Either way, it's EsfandTV in the Envision who is out first of all. Now, I went down, one moment. So just bringing everything up slowly there for EsfandTV. And just making sure everything is up to the right operating window. But I went down actually and spoke to the team principal of Envision, which is the outfit that is running ATV at the moment. And I have to say, he said this is nothing compared to a championship in terms of the nerves that he was feeling. This was far more nerve-wracking for him. He found it stressful, I think is the politest way of putting it. When that car came back in one piece, he was relieved.
Yeah, well, you can understand. The car is the beautiful projectile to take you to success in competitions, and when it gets sent out in the hands of another, then you even had it actually when you used to, you know, share your car and race car and testing. You know, I'd maybe do a morning session and my teammate would do the afternoon session, or vice versa. Then you're very conscious of the fact that you know you want them to give you back something which enables you to exploit performance and not give you back a bag of bits.
Yep, steady start to the lap then for Arthur TV as he comes to the end of this first sector. Jack, I have to say, there's a lot of love for him on the chat at the moment.
A lot of love. I'm also seeing a lot of love for Will and E. Will and E looking Leng. Do you know what Leng means?
No.
Not a clue.
Do you know what Peng means?
No.
Oh, I'm aware of Peng. Yeah,
so Peng is similar to Leng. I actually don't know the
L
difference.
NASCAR, just go to the circus.
One starts with an L, one starts with a P.
One start, yeah. But
What's with the NASCAR hate, man?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
is that in the Oxford English Dictionary?
It might be.
I genuinely think it might be.
I need to go back to school.
Yeah, everybody says Jeddah is like
I won't
super
ask
tough.
the year that you graduated, DC.
Oh, well, I got chucked out in '89.
Oh, I wasn't even a twinkle at that point, just to really put some meat on the bones there. Arthur TV, meanwhile, making his way through this second sector in towards turn 13. It's been a steady lap time for him here so far, but again, smoothness is the name of the game, and he's doing a good job. 50-50 split, we reckon, between Arthur and Will and E supporters. So let's see what it's like in terms of the final lap time. Arthur was a 1:35.516 in the afternoon's qualifying session. He's going to be a bit slower than that here in the dual stages. But again, it's a case of just keeping it on the island, keeping it nice and smooth and calm. And let's see whether it will reward him with a position in the semi-finals as he goes up against his Senor Frogs teammate. Over the timing line we're about to come then for Arthur TV in the Envision, a 1:49.099. So certainly not the quickest in times that we've seen so far.
That's pretty slow, isn't it? 1:49.
Oh, that's brutal.
No, well, it's honest, isn't it?
It is honest.
What is the slowest so far?
That.
Or is he?
Well, he stopped, didn't he?
Yeah, he's having a bit of a problem
Bit of a
here.
mare here.
Yeah, coming at the start of the slowdown lap. We'll wait and see what happens. But either way, for Cal Freezy, the team principal of Senor Frogs, both drivers are going to make, at least a Senor Frogs driver is going to make it into the semis. But will it be Arthur TV or will it be Will NE? Either way, Arthur now making his way back on the slowdown lap.
We have just had an update from chat. Peng is in the dictionary, apparently.
Well, there we go.
So you learn something new every day. Apparently,
Thank
Leng
you.
isn't.
Okay. Leng isn't, but
That's
Peng
just
is.
sort of slang. It's like, yeah, it's
So
the slang of Peng.
What is
You
Leng?
need to get your thesaurus to get your
That's
Lengs,
it,
but
yeah.
not your Pengs.
That's it.
This is quite the education.
It is indeed. And
What is Lang and Peng?
A we. We isn't in the dictionary. Well, we as in small, but not we as in.
In terms of
Wait,
the
but what is
Scottish
Lang?
language.
I thought that was
So how many
Peng.
chances do they get to go round? Is it 3?
Peng and Lang are the same
You
thing?
progress forwards in each stage of it, but yeah, you get one out lap, you get one flying lap and one in lap. But yeah, one sort of timed lap, as it were.
Right.
And it's all coming towards that grand final.
And
where we'll-
I hear a lot of talk about an apex. What does that mean?
Well, why do you have Lang if you have
is the
Peng?
point at which you're aiming for at the
Lang Buddha.
middle of the corner.
Lang is heroic
Are you a
Peng.
skier? Do you ever?
I do. I'm partial to a ski. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you know when you decide to make a turn, and let's imagine there's
Yeah.
a pole.
There's a pole.
Then you're trying
Esfand
to
is a
just
Peng ting.
apex at the pole.
So
Did you guys all turn into frickin' Manchester roadmen? Like what
The
happened?
ball is what?
Yeah. Ideally, that's the shortest way around the racetrack. Sometimes the curb would be too aggressive, so it would destabilize the car.
Yeah,
but,
that's what I was gonna say,
you know,
yeah.
if you were running down the school corridor
Yeah.
to try and get to the chip shop quicker than your friends, then you would be
A chip shop in the school corridor. Your metaphors don't make sense to me. I'm not going to lie.
No, the problem is they're about 30 years out of date.
I've never seen a chip shop in a school corridor. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, then the rest of my story's pointless. So,
is it a better Mars bar
I
at
think I
lunchtime
get
where
it.
you went to high school or something?
And that's also a racing line, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
So you want a
Quickest
racing line through the apex,
Yes.
is what I'm hearing. Right, okay.
Yeah,
I got ya.
so what you'll see, look at this here for Will and E. So he's
Yeah.
going from the outside of the corner to the inside.
Brilliant
That point there where he
apex.
clips the curb, that's the
Oh,
apex there.
lovely,
So
yeah.
it's basically what you're trying to do is make the corner as short as possible. That's
Yeah.
the aim of it. So Will and E out on track here in the Mahindra for the Senor Frogs team. He was quicker than...
Why are you going so
Arthur
slow?
TV in the
They got
qualifying
content
sessions
creators to
this
do
afternoon by
this.
about 7 seconds or so. You can see 7.7 million followers for him. 29 years of age, qualified 4th. Really good lap time.
Dude,
he
some of
set,
these people are
in
so
that
huge.
session. You know him as part of the quadrant.
Like when I hit 1 million followers on Twitch, that was like
January
crazy.
2024.
Like 1 million followers
And
isn't
also
like as
runs
much as it was
an
like
iced
4
coffee
years
brand,
ago.
Which we could probably do with here in the commentary box because it is absolutely baking. It's warmer inside
But, like,
than it is outside, believe it or not.
Other platforms are so
you're
big.
watching and you have any questions,
Like 1 million
I have got
on
the chat
Twitch
up
is
here,
like
so
equal
put your
to I don't know
questions
how
in.
many million on YouTube. It's insane. Like if you were to go by rankings,
DC.
you know.
Mom, if you're watching this, I promise no daft. No daft.
It's, yeah, they have the normie audience.
I
Yeah,
assume that must be an inside
like Twitch in
joke.
the grand scheme of things is so small
I
compared
think
to
he's just got a weird accent.
Right.
compared to like an Instagram or a YouTube.
I think it's like
Even TikTok is bigger now.
It's a Newcastle thing.
Because TikTok hit the
Geordie
normies.
Anyway,
Transitional services as well as qualifying commentary.
hey, we're happy to be inclusive in the commentary box. There is EsfandTV on the right-hand side, just getting his way out of the car.
Wow, that's quite a setup for a launch out onto the start-finish straight.
Certainly is. Let's see what Will and E can do. Team Radio. Nope, not Team Radio. Across the line we go, though, for the Mahindra driver, for Senor Frogs. Comes down the start-finish straight, in towards turn 1 on the brakes. As he make the apex, a little bit deep, but okay.
Mate, can you confirm, is it left or right here?
That doesn't sound like a good question to ask. Have they been round this track already?
Yes, in qualifying earlier on today.
Right.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's just cocking about, isn't he?
Someone said, for you, DC, who do you think's going to win?
I think Bez.
You think Bez?
Yeah.
And why is that?
I think he's just a bit quicker.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
See Will and E taking it a bit easier. He was 3.7 seconds faster than EsfandTV in that first sector alone.
Do we
So
know
that is a
anyone in
healthy
this? No.
margin that the
Chat knows some
Newcastle-based
people.
driver has got. Out of the chicane we go, and down the
Chat
back
only
straight
knew the
in towards
girls.
the hairpin of turn 13 in that Mahindra. This car's been quick so far this
No, it's a
weekend.
sponsor, it's a
Bevon and
sponsor.
Mortara, especially with 2 pole positions back-to-back for the Swiss driver. Will and E now piloting it as he comes out of that hairpin. Leaves a little bit of margin on the exit of the corner, but nonetheless, again, pulling out more of a buffer over EsfandTV, now up to nearly 10 seconds he's picked up in sector number 2. This is looking very good indeed for him to move forward into semi-final 2 and go up against Chip.
I don't want to sound silly, but what is a sector?
So the lap is divided into 3 individual parts. You've got
Right.
sector 1, sector 2 and sector 3. Basically just helps us keep
Oh, boy,
track of
that
the
was
lap
good.
as we talk through. Will and E goes over the line, a 1:36.170. That's a good lap time there for the Senor Frogs driver, and he will go through into semi-final 2 against Burnt Chip later on.
Yep, tidy lap. And just to reassure you, there's no such thing as a silly question.
Oh, okay.
Just a useless answer.
Well, to be fair, I do look silly because a lot of people are saying they do have chip shops in their corridors. Now, I don't know whether they're making fun of me, but apparently that's a
They
thing.
put what in their corridors?
Your school is, or
They put what in their where?
I don't have a mansion. I
No?
wish I did.
Well,
Kitchen sometimes is too far away, so you need to put some sort of
chip shop.
Well, are you saying in DC Towers you've got corridors lined with battered sausages or something?
Deep-fried Mars bars.
So 1 point from each of the quarterfinals, and well, Senor Frogs have absolutely dominated that one. They've got 4 points, a clean sweep so far here in the Evo sessions. Nothing so far for Quick Stars, but well, that could be all set to change a bit later on. But well, the upshot is, of course, we do have the wooden spoon race coming up later on, which gives an equal number of points as it would do in the final. So it's 1 point for each of the winners in the quarterfinals, it's 3 points in the semi-finals, and it's 5 points in the final, as well as that wooden spoon race.
Nothing daft, keep it simple.
Well done, mate, well done. Okay, box.
Yeah, nothing daft, keep it simple then for Will and E. And a good lap time there for him. Relative to what we saw from Chip, there was about 4 seconds or so, 3.5 seconds, let's call it, the gap between those two drivers in the quarterfinals. Let's see what that looks like in the semi-finals. Now, interestingly, for semi-final 1, it should have been Bazinga up against Izzy Hammond. That's, of course, because Yuka was not able to set a lap time in that session as he wrote the car off in qualifying earlier on this afternoon. However, Bazinga will not have Izzy Hammond to go head-to-head with in that session because she ended up in the wall. Now, we're waiting to get confirmation as to whether we will see Brzinga going out to the semi-finals, whether he'll just forfeit it and go to the finals, because he's automatically now qualified, having no competitor at that stage. So whatever happens here for Brzinga, he'll get those 3 points, which is really, really important there for the Senior Frogs team. But I wonder whether they might do their double points play. We've got a few minutes to go until we get these semi-finals underway. We'll wait and see how it's all going to work out and try and divulge it for you. Some team radio coming in.
But that lollipops gets further away every time, I swear.
Well, and the lollipop gets further away. Yeah, I can imagine it does. It's quite warm out there. He just wants to jump out of the car and get cool as soon as he can. Well, Brzinga, of course, as we know, he'll automatically be in the finals. Will we see him out in the semis? Let's go down to Nikki and see if we can make head and tail of it.
Well, things are shaping up to be pretty awesome when it comes to the semi-final, particularly for Brzinga, because he effectively has no competitor. Can we just grab a quick word? Because obviously, you don't have to go up against anyone in your semi-finals. So the question is, are you going to race? Do you have to put a lap in, and how are you going to go if you do?
I'm going to make sure the car still works. I'm going to get even more familiar with it. So, yeah. That's the bonus, is I get to put another lap in and it's all just feedback to the brain, isn't it? So
that's the thing, because, you know, you've been out in the car, quite intense moment, and then you're just chilling here. So it's quite good to get a bit of extra practice in before the final.
Lovely setup. Get to come and watch the other people go out on their laps. It's amazing.
Are you sitting here, though, thinking about the final?
I am a little bit, yeah. I am a bit. I think coming pole earlier, and then it'd be nice to just wrap it all up and win it.
Well, there's been a few people watching that have got their money on you.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Lovely stuff. All right, we'll catch
up
up
with
you
I mean, I feel like Formula racing is definitely more interesting or more popular in Europe.
From Brazil, from England,
more
from Spain.
More popular in Europe than it is in America.
Where are you from?
But it's getting more and more popular in America, for sure.
Thank you, Nikki. Yep, good to hear from so many people in the chat. Good bin, bad bin seems to be a phrase that is popular. I hate to sound like a boomer here, but...
Yeah, hopefully soon, hopefully soon.
I'm going to be so honest, I don't know what these people are yapping on about. I don't know what that means.
Right.
That is one thing. I thought I was down with the thing. Down with the, you know, the kids.
Down with the sickness.
I thought I knew the lingo, but I don't know what that means.
Any ideas, DC?
Absolutely not, Scooby.
I'm glad we cleared that up then.
Yeah.
Insight and
Red
analysis.
Bull F1 team, dude.
I'm 1971. So, yeah, I can tell you about the transition from black and white television to colour.
Oh, you lived through that, did you?
I did, yeah.
Oh, goodness me.
Takes all sorts, doesn't it? Let's have a look at Arthur TV's lap as we look at some highlights then from the qualifying session here so far. Through that long left-hander of turn 13. This is the final chicane that he was making his way through. It's a steady lap time there for ATV. And we'll see whether he's able to extract a bit more performance and potential out of that car. So we'll see him out next time.
We've got
F1 Austria with Red Bull. Maybe actually.
Quite a
Red Bull is super down for me to do like any IRL stuff I want to do. Red Bull is so down.
Denmark, South Africa, America, Ireland, Canada.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, international, isn't it?
It is.
I didn't realise.
Certainly is. Well, looking here at Will Ennie on his flying lap, which saw him progress into the semi-finals. He'll be going up against his teammate Chip in a few minutes' time in semi-final 2. So the upshot is we are going to get an all Senior Frogs final by the looks of things. Anyway, let's go down to Nikki then, who is in the Evo Lounge, and see who she's managed to find and what we can find out ahead of the semi-finals getting underway here tonight.
Well, I've managed to find my mate Kai, who has got some pretty, well, it's quite unique insight, because you've actually raced against Will before.
I have.
I want to know, what is Will like when it comes to head-to-head?
Dude, isn't it crazy that like all these parents are naming their kids Kai after Kai Cenat?
You can't really expect too much. He doesn't really talk too much.
Like this guy?
And then he just turns up on track and he absolutely smokes you. And I never, ever expected it. I was actually a little bit disheartened and heartbroken when that happened, because I thought it was boys. And then after that, he just flew away with it.
What was the situation that you were competing in?
It was around oval track with some cars that were missing doors and windows. So take that with however you will. And then I was P2, he was P1, and he flew off. And that was all she wrote.
Can he beat Chip? Chip is currently the fastest overall driver.
I think he can beat Chip.
He was quick in the practice quali session. He's quick now.
I think he can beat Chip. There's no doubt about it. Chip has been very, very strong. But Will Ennie, he's got something there. He's holding back. I know he is, for sure.
Well, let's find out, shall we? Tom, over to you.
Yeah, cheers, Nikki. So semi-final 2 about to get underway in a couple of minutes' time. So Bazinga opting to not run in the first of the semi-finals. I guess that makes sense, really. I mean, it's an unnecessary risk to go and run that car out for another lap. If it ends up in the barrier,
you coach them on how to drive, coach.
So
absolutely,
let's have a look
I did.
And see how we've gotten here then. So
absolutely, I did. I'm trying to see the products
we saw Bazinga
of my labors. You know, you can see how good Bazinga is doing, and Chip is doing well as well.
Not being able to go out in the session after
we're really excited about what
Chip got the better of Quick Stars Media Hartford, and
what we're going to see here with
his teammate Arthur TV.
With Wilney.
For the semi-finals, it should have been Bazinga, but he now automatically moves into the final. So it's the two Senior Frogs teammates of Will NE and Chip in the semi-finals, and we know that they're going to play their double points on Chip in the semi-finals. So what has to happen now, you might think is a foregone conclusion that they'll be scoring from 3 points up to 6 points. However, that's not so, because Chip still has to win these semi-finals. And just to make things a little bit more confusing, I know you might be thinking that Quick Stars are out of contention. They're not, because they've got the wooden spoon race coming up, and they've got 2 drivers going up in this. They could play their double points. They could score a maximum of 10 in that one.
No, it's not confusing at all.
No, easy.
Thank you for clearing that up.
I'm glad I clarified.
I've just seen a comment from the main man, Calfreezy himself.
Team radio, 1 second.
Yeah, I want you to repeat the lap you just did, same margins, same level of push. So you're comfortable right there.
They've got a strategy.
They have.
So Calfreezy has left a comment. Who should I put my double points on, Chip or Will? So let us know.
Yeah, we reckon it's going to go the way of Chip. We reckon that's the double points from what we've heard, but we'll wait and see how that works out. Google Gemini says Will NE's best lap time today, only 0.2 off of Chip's, with improvements to be made in that first sector.
And that's a great bit of intel, but of course Chip will be looking to improve on what he's previously done. And assuming they both had a little bit of a margin, then they'll know where they can play with that.
Absolutely. There are the 2 regular Mahindra drivers of Nick de Vries and Eduardo Mortara.
What we couldn't see is all of the fingers were crossed.
And the toes.
Oh, this is a good question. Are all the Formula E cars the same, or are they unique like F1 cars?
So all the chassis
talking to me about Formula One? You got to be kidding me. You ever been to America?
Every car is identical in terms of the sort of physical look of them. You'll notice they all have exactly the same wings. You can't change anything.
I would love to see watch the Formula E. Wait, well, how do you know?
So basically, however, they've got different powertrains. So Mahindra has a powertrain run by Mahindra. Jaguar has a Jaguar powertrain. Porsche has a Porsche powertrain. But also, those factory teams can then supply a customer team.
How come they don't call it Jaguar?
Vision, for example.
They're saying it wrong.
A Jaguar powertrain in the back of that one. So yes, they're the same in terms of the physical appearance, but underneath, they're all very different. And if you think about other Formula Championships, like Formula One, for example, the way you modify those cars is what they would call hardware. So your rear wings, your front wings, all of the aerodynamic modifications you can make on. In Formula E, it's software. So they're going about, they're coding things to try and get these cars to be more efficient,
that's so interesting.
Get more traction, all of those sorts of things.
That's actually so interesting.
What we can change.
Interesting.
Interesting first sector as well from Will NE, 25-1. There's a consistency to that. I think he was very similar to what he did earlier. Probably wants to try and see if he can eke out a little bit more performance. Tidy though.
A lot of people are asking, does this mean that Senior Frogs have a guaranteed win today?
Nothing's guaranteed in life or in Evo sessions.
You're full of great quotes.
He's a visionary, is DC. Certainly is. Right, Will NE out of the final corner. Oh, he's having a problem, though, with drive. Is he going to make it to the line? What's happened here for Will NE? Is it a technical problem that's thwarting his challenge? And could this be the moment that will deny him a chance of going into the finals? He comes to the line, and he's lost about 7 or 8 seconds on the start-finish straight, and he's just crawling to the checkered flag.
What just happened?
Well, it looked like a power cut of some description. So it looks like he just...
Power cut?
Yeah, it looks like he put his foot down and just got no drive. So the power was cut from...
Team radio.
Let's have a listen.
Go get him!
What happened?
Pushing, finish line ahead.
Oh, what a shame there for Will NE. 1:44.376. The effort doesn't really get rewarded, unfortunately, for him, because that was a nice, tidy lap time up until that point.
Yeah, well, I think that means that Chip goes through if he just keeps it sensible.
Yeah, we'll wait and see how it works out, but you can see for the Mahindra team, and
so that's it. He doesn't get another retry, even though...
Nope, that's it.
One and done.
Oh,
that's how it works.
Brutal, isn't it?
It is.
Wow.
It is.
Power cut.
You should see what it's like on a real race weekend.
Oh, man.
Let's have a listen then. We'll get a replay of what happened. So we'll be quiet here for a second and see if we can hear what went on. So we're coming through to the final corner, and it's out of the final turn where we think he may have had a problem getting the power down. Through the right, then the left. Yeah, and just no drive at all there, seemingly. Just cut out on him. Team radio.
Big final ahead, boys. Enjoy it. Go get him.
Big final lap, boys. Enjoy it.
Right, finish line ahead.
It's up, but don't worry.
Will NE then, unfortunately, his lap time thwarted at the end of that session. Delighted to be able to welcome Karun Chandok to the commentary box. Karun, how are you?
Hi, Tom. I'm good. He wasn't thwarted. He did that on purpose. What are you talking about?
You think so?
100%.
You think that was team tactics?
Yeah, you hear him. He said, "Go on, boys, enjoy the final." He absolutely did that on purpose. So he doesn't go, ahead of Chip into the final.
So this is gamesmanship then. So basically, what's happened here is the Senior Frog teammates are in semi-final 2.
Yeah.
And Chip, they basically said, right, we're going to play our double points card. We're going to put it on Chip. So he slowed down deliberately so that they can get those double points and guarantee it.
Exactly.
Smart.
So
That is smart.
But it means he's not, he's sacrificed personal glory, and he hasn't told any of these guys, because look at the Edo Mortara and Nick de Vries faces. They have no idea
They had no idea what's going on. We didn't have any idea in the commentary box.
Oh, unbelievable.
I know. He gave away the points then. He gave it away so that they guaranteed that Chip would go through.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't imagine the other Mahindra drivers have ever played games like that.
I know. I tell you what, these guys knew what was going on. Dan knew right away. Master tactician Dan Tickton. He knows what's going on.
He's loving all this, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, Dan Tickton. Saw him around. Yeah, look, Mortara's just like, hang on a minute, what's going on there? Why have you slowed down? They don't know what had happened.
Top tactics there. But now Chip just needs to do a nice safe lap, doesn't he? He needs to just do a nice safe lap. Hopefully somebody's told him that Will has only done a 144, so doesn't need to try too hard, and he should be able to get through. What are you reading your text? What's going on?
I'm reading the comments currently. There's kind of a split idea of what's going on. Some people disagree. Some people think that wasn't. Oh.
Right, think of the lap ahead. Visualize things while driving at 80% to get temps.
I would have said look at the track instead of visualizing, really.
But this could go the other way. What if Chip does terribly now?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? It's not guaranteed.
This is a risky game.
It is. Let's see what happens then for Chip as he comes across the timing line down towards the first corner. Just to give you an idea of a reference point, 1:31.764 in that quarterfinal that we saw a few moments' time. You can hear the tyres chirruping there, so he's certainly exploring the limits of grip.
Yeah, and actually we want him to practice, because this is what he needs to put in his mind in order to prepare for the final, right? So he needs to do a good lap here, get a good reference in his mind. It's not actually just about beating Will, it's actually getting in his own head, a sense of what he needs to do. But because look, actually it would have been a really close final. Look, there's only one tenth in it between them.
Yeah, that's a sector 1. Let's see what it looks like for the rest of the lap. So Chip makes his way through sector 2 then, and you see being a little bit cautious through the second part of the bus stop chicane, blasting it out on towards the back straight, in towards turn 13. 28.7 in sector 2, 27.4. So Chip has picked up quite a sizable advantage, 1.2 seconds near enough between himself and the Mahindra driver, Will NE, a couple of moments ago. But it's the final sector where we saw Will NE slowing down through the penultimate chicane.
We've got a question here. Is the car in full power, or is it slower than when the real Formula E driver drives?
So they're running in 300 kilowatts of power, but they're also running in all-wheel drive. Not actually a mode that we usually see in Formula E.
The answer is it is the same mode as they have in the races.
Right.
Out of the final corner we go for Chip across the line then, aims for the checkered flag. What's the score on the door going to be? A 1:29.662. That is a phenomenal lap time from Chip in the Jaguar. Senior Frogs guaranteeing themselves that spot in the final. And let's see who will be claiming top honours between Bazinga and Chip in the winner's circle. That's the quickest lap time we've seen so far here tonight, Karun. That was very impressive.
Yeah, that was really impressive there. 1:29 is a strong lap. So Bazinga is in the same team as Chip, isn't it? So either way, Senior Frogs are going to win the final.
Yeah,
because they're in the same team.
So that's guaranteed now, is it?
Well, you say that. However, they've got. Bear in mind, we've got the wooden spoon race coming up, which has got the same number of points as the final, and they can play their double points in it. So you've got the two quick stars going up against one another in a couple of minutes in this wooden spoon race.
Yeah.
You can score 5 points, but if they play their double up and they play it to the right driver, that's 10 points.
Yeah.
Bring them right back into play.
But my question was, either way in the final, it will be one of the Senior Frogs that win, right?
Yes,
So they're both in it.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
No, they will definitely. One of the drivers will win. Will the team win overall? Because there are two different prizes on offer. That's the point.
So who is in the wooden spoon race? Do we know that yet?
Yes, Tom.
Yes, we do. We do indeed. It is the two quick star drivers, and I will tell you them now. It is Brownie and Max Klemenko who are going head to head. Just to give you an idea of the difference in lap time, Brownie in qualifying was a 1:48.728. Max Klemenko, 2 minutes, 5 seconds. 0.191.
Yeah, I bet Max has found his ladder. He's just going to elevate himself for the final.
Well, he's got a very tall ladder to climb, hasn't he? Speaking of that, let's have a look and remind us how he got here in the Evo sessions then, and to the final. Bazinga versus Chip then. It's an all Senior Frogs final that will be coming along the way a little bit later on.
So the other team just got smoked, basically.
The Jaguar TCS racing car. In terms of the lap times that we saw
the other team got completely
from both
smoked.
of those drivers, Bazinga in the quarterfinals was a 1:33.752. Chip, as we just saw, a 1:29.662. So if that's anything to go by, then you would imagine that the momentum would be with Chip. However, this is Formula E, this is the Evo sessions, unpredictability reigns.
Well done, well done. We're through.
Dude, why does my tongue get so weird?
Anyway, just to be safe. Well done. Yeah, after the last chicane, you were 7.
Like my tongue gets like real like rough and stuff whenever I eat like anything sour, lemon, like even these salads. Like anytime I eat.
Pace for the in-lap. We want to keep some temperature. We'll need
And I drink lots of water.
Final.
Yeah, great job. Let's go down then as we get ready to get the wooden spoon race and then the finals underway here in Jeddah, and catch up with Nikki.
Lovely stuff, thank you, Tom. We're also joined by Dan Tickton. Dan, what is your thoughts? Will, is there some dodgy behaviour going on there?
Purpose.
Dodgy behaviour.
It's part of the plan. I think they put the double points on Chip, so it makes sense.
It does.
It does make sense.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So now we are going to see Chip in the final against Bazinga. Well, how do you think that's going to play
That's very
out?
selfless behaviour from Will, actually, by the way.
Would you have done that?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't know. I think it's going to be quite close, you know. I think Chip looks like he's chipping away. I actually didn't do that on purpose. That just happened. But yeah, I think it'll be close, but I think he might have it. But we'll see.
And overall, you know, how would you rate the drivers today? You've been keeping a close eye on them.
There's been some pretty impressive displays and some not so impressive displays, resulting in me having my not car that I had this for earlier on in the weekend.
Fine, we've got 5 weeks till Madrid. It'll be absolutely
indeed.
fine.
And then, but at least I'm very glad to see that Izzy's okay. I hear she's fine. She's obviously going off the checks. That was a nasty accident. I'd like to see the data, what happened, but just very glad she's okay.
Yeah, lovely stuff. Do you want to walk away today, though, with the wooden spoon? That is the question.
It's best loser, isn't it? That means
Better than
points.
spinning out.
But yeah, I guess so.
You're a racing
You could
driver.
argue.
You're a racing driver. You don't want to be losing.
No, we don't want to be racing for that. That was me in the first 3 years of Formula E, so I've done that.
But who have you been most impressed with?
I mean, I'm going to still back my man Hookah, to be honest, like, other than the last corner of the last lap. He's a good driver. Like, you look at the data, the techniques, the braking shapes, you know, steering traces, everything in the data. It all looks good, you know. And he just carried a bit too much speed, braked a bit late, locked the rears. As a racing driver in that scenario, you'd have bought. But like, it's a very...
What does that mean, lock the rear?
Yeah, so he's gone in a bit late, braked a bit hard, and then you can see on the dash, but the rear tyres have like locked slightly. So then you lose grip, and then you end up, the rear of the car starts to come round. In that moment, like, as a driver, subconsciously, you'd have bought it. But like, you know, that sort of happens naturally, whereas for people who haven't raced these kind of cars, it doesn't happen so naturally. So
isn't that drifted?
Yeah, but... Yeah, kind of.
Are you allowed to drift in Formula?
Yeah, I drift them quite a lot. I think there's a compilation of about 2 weeks ago of me drifting around Miami. So yeah, I do like sending them sideways a bit. Yeah.
Fair. But it's slower though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's slower, but it looks good.
But your style points.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's what ultimately Dan is all about, the style points.
I see.
You should see him when he's not in his team
Come
kit.
on, it's terrible.
Where's the Gucci bag? Usually not far from where Dan is. Just quickly, I mean, we've seen you sort of sitting with Bazinga actually quite a lot of today. Have you been, you know, I know he's on a different team, but have you had some kind of words of encouragement, any advice to give them?
They've all been asking for a bit of advice. I have to
What
say
advice do you give them? I mean, there's so much to take on board. It's not like you can just turn into a racing driver.
3 bullet points kind of thing, really. But I have to say they've all been like very respectful of the cars, the championship, the environment, and everything. And it's nice to see. It's nice to meet some of these people. Also for me, you know, I'm a nobody compared to them. So yeah, it's been cool.
But you've got a YouTube channel coming.
I do have a YouTube channel, but you know,
you've gone viral a lot of times.
Yeah, for the wrong reasons.
But still reasons.
Yeah, nevertheless, indeed.
Any viral moment is a good viral moment.
Yes.
Right, which does let's remind us, if you haven't subscribed to the Formula E YouTube channel already, then what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Do it right now.
I feel like...
and do that too. Right, it's now time for the wooden spoon head-to-head. Right, should we go to Tom and find out what is cooking?
Yeah, cheers, Nicky. Looking forward to this one then. So, Senior Frogs versus Quick Stars is what we've had tonight. As you can see so far, it's been a clean sweep for the Senior Frogs. However, Quick Stars can get some good points on the board here. So they've still got to play their double points card, which they haven't done so far. And it's 5 points for the winner in this wooden spoon race. They play the right driver, they back the right horse. That 5 points goes up to 10 points. They'll be level pegging with the Senior Frogs ahead of that final. So it's Brownie versus Max Klemenko. You can see quite a gulf in terms of their lap times. 1:48.728 for Brownie in qualifying this afternoon. Max Klemenko a 2:05.191. So there is the Andretti driver of Brownie.
Yeah, let's see how he gets on. I'm just reading some of the comments. Tampel from York says he's a big Max Klemenko fan. Hopes that he can do it in the wooden spoon race.
Well, he's a very popular man, is Max Klemenko. I have to say, I love the concept that he has with the career ladder as well. 1 second.
He's gonna go first than you, and then of course I'm gonna you about his lap time. Okay. Okay, perfect. Let's try to avoid that wooden spoon with a.
What? I don't even know. He's gonna what about his blood type? I can't figure out what he was trying to say.
And let's have some fun again.
Yeah, good conversation there between Brownie and his race engineer on the radio. Brownie, of course, known for making fitness and entertainment content, the Dutchman, and we'll see how he gets on. As we say, quite a quick lap time he set in the qualifying sessions relative to his nearest opponent. But there is Max Klemenko behind the pink helmet in that Citroen, the Ukrainian driver. As I was saying, I do really like the career ladder concept of content. It's such a simple thing. I have to wonder, though, does he bring a ladder with him everywhere he goes?
Oh, I know the answer.
Do you?
Yes, because one of our cameramen, Miles Massey, asked me this question yesterday.
Yeah.
And I went and asked Max. I said, we have a really important question. And he said, no. He said he sources the ladder wherever he is. So this is a Saudi ladder he's got here this weekend.
Sustainable ladder sourcing?
Yep.
What does one do with the ladder when he's done?
Well, presumably he's borrowed it.
Right, okay.
He rents the ladders.
Just got down to the local B&Q.
Yeah. Now, where do you think the wooden spoon's going to go? Look at it tick-tocking there.
I mean, if you look at the qualifying this afternoon, you'd be hard to bet against Brownie. That's good to see. Izzy Hammond now back in the paddock. She's left the medical centre and she's down talking to the team in the paddock area here in Jeddah. That's really good to see. After that was 25 Gs, that impact, we understand.
Wow. That is really good to see. And hopefully we'll hear from her soon as well, because that was a big whack. I was standing actually with the man in the back of the shot here, Jake.
The song is so good.
Former world champion. We were sort of thinking about saying that's one of the bigger shunts we've seen in Formula E for a little while. And so I'm very, very glad to see her get out.
So do we know yet who's been given the double points?
Not yet.
We don't know that
Not
yet.
at this point. I'm hoping we're going to find out before this one. They've got to back the horse at some point, haven't they? Let's have a look here. So this is Da Costa showing the lap for Chip and just sort of giving him some coaching prior to him going out in the semi-finals a few minutes ago. So just talking him through that onboard and saying, right, you can get a bit of time here, brake a bit earlier, turn in a bit earlier here.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. This is he's taking him for the final, isn't he?
This is after the semis, I beg your pardon, isn't it? Yeah.
So he's looking at his semi-final lap, which honestly at 1:29 is very, very good.
That's not far off some of the laps we saw in the race yesterday from the drivers. I know we were quite a fair way off at that particular point, but still, considering that, you know, these are drivers that some of them have never stepped foot in a single-seater car prior to this weekend. Very impressive.
What lap time do you think you'll do?
Well, on the simulator yesterday, I got 4 minutes 30, but I ended up in a car for one lap. Yeah,
Okay.
I ended up in a car park.
You did?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I took a wrong turn and I ended up in a car park.
Did you do donuts in said car park? Or
well, I didn't realise there was a reverse function, so I tried getting out of the car park without a reverse, which didn't work very well. And I will say it's very, very easy to spin out in these cars. You don't want to keep your foot on the pedal.
Well, we've seen that today.
We've seen that, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a great driver's eye view, isn't it? We've got a camera inside the helmet, and we get a good insight into a little bit of the coaching that's happening there. Let's see what happens when we get to the final. But before that, we've got the wooden spoon race, of course.
Yeah, certainly do. There is... I see Senor Frogs.
How's he got 3 points?
Got up to 13 points there, hasn't it, from 10 a few moments ago. We'll figure that one out. So, that's because the double up was used on the Will and Chip semi-final. So that's why the points tally has changed then, and it's gone up from 10 to 13. So as we say, quick starts, they can get some points on the board. The overall win in terms of the teams is out of the question, and indeed for the drivers for that matter.
Yeah.
We knew that quite a while ago, but nonetheless, it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
So this Citroen car here that obviously gets raced by Nick Cassidy, who won the race in Mexico just a few weeks ago. So a top car, and we should see how Max Klemenko gets on.
Yep, will he be able to climb the ladder, or will we see Brownie striking Max Klemenko out from this qualifying session? Wait and see how it works out. Of course, the driver's going out on a one-by-one basis. Traditionally in Formula E, as I mentioned earlier on,
Citroen livery.
normally go out.
Dude, you know what I love looking at? I love looking at
But in the interest
police
of safety here, we've got
liveries,
them going out separately.
like police car liveries.
Who's your money on, Tom?
Well, I think Max had a steady time in qualifying, so let's see what the outlap looks like. I've got to be honest, I think Brownie just has that bit more pace and confidence in his back pocket.
These cars look super cool compared to F1 cars.
Guys
Really?
done beforehand?
I feel
Quite a
like
bit.
they look
They've been
about
on
the
sim,
same.
you know, for at least a day. So each team has got a simulator at their respective base, and obviously for Andretti,
Maybe I just don't have the eye.
So they'd have had Brownie over there for Citroen.
I probably just don't have the eye for
Max
it.
Klemenko at their base in France. Gone round, shown him it, jumped on the sim. And I spoke to Izzy Hammond earlier on. She said these cars are harder to drive in a simulator.
Oh,
than
no
they are
spoiler,
in real
that's a
life.
good
You don't
point.
have the same level of feel.
Hey, there's your excuse. That's why you
my
did 4 minutes 30.
That's it. It was the simulator.
That's it. If you were in the real world, you'd be flying.
And not in the local Sainsbury's car park.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's Nick Cassidy, usual driver of the Citroen racing outfit. We'll see how his man is going to get on. Max Klemenko, as he has a leisurely run around turn 4 then, just to try and get some heat into the tyres and the brakes at this point. He said after qualifying that he felt he was going so fast out there on the racetrack, and came back in and realised his lap time was over 2 minutes. So, yeah, there was a little bit of margin left on the table. You can see Brownie there just exiting out of the Andretti garage to head down the run of pit lane. I have to say, it's quite a long time he's going to be sat there at the end of pit lane, and it is not cold here in Saudi. 25 degrees air temperature there and thereabouts, but about 70% humidity as well. So it's actually quite unpleasant to be sat there in the cockpit of these race cars. You've got all of your Nomex underwear on, you've got your race suit on as well, and of course you've now got no ventilation because you're sat basically in an oven cooking.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like wearing, you know, ski clothing and sitting in a sauna.
And it's quite tight in there. Isn't
Yeah,
it? It's quite tight.
I can see, you know, for taller drivers, if they get in it, it might feel a bit claustrophobic, but I don't think Max is particularly tall, is he? So I'm sure he'd be fine. Right, here he is, turn 13.
You can see the remnants of the Izzy Hammond crash through there. There is the Wooden Spoon Award, which will be given to either the Ukrainian Max Klemenko or the Dutchman of Brownie through that penultimate chicane.
Do you use wooden spoons when you're cooking?
I try not to.
You know, Tom's an excellent baker.
Oh, really? What do you
He
bake?
shows up at a lot of races with all sorts of cookies and all sorts. Izzy Hammond's just walked in to the Evo Lounge here and got a huge round of applause.
Yeah, that's really nice to see.
That's lovely to see.
We'll try and catch up with her whilst we watch Max Klemenko warming himself up for this final attempt at
there we go.
a result.
He's made it to the start line.
Yeah, there is Bella James just grabbing her a glass of water as we see Max Klemenko out of the final corner and across the timing line down towards turn 1 then for the Citroen racing driver as part of Team Quick Stars here in Jeddah. Misses the apex in turn 1, gathers it all up for turn 2, however.
So is this a warm-up lap?
No, this is his actual
real.
lap.
This is
real
flying
lap.
Okay. And is this a good lap? Is this, or is this
steady? It's steady.
Okay.
Yes, it's a somewhat cautious lap, is what I would say.
Lap, so
I would say there's some margin left on the table, as it were. He's leaving a bit of time there. Coming through sector 1.
I'm not a furry.
Into the left and then the right-hander here for Max Klemenko. It's a good opportunity to get a proper detailed view of this circuit here in Jeddah and just how blind it is through this part of the lap.
Well, this is where it gets tricky because the track turns left and the chicane comes up very, very quickly. It's almost blind on the way in, and he's got into that chicane. Any comments on his driving, Jack?
Yeah, I was going to say about the chicane. Very nice chicane.
No, I meant like from the people, not you.
The real comments. Yeah, okay, I'll do them. They make more sense. Yeah. So what have we got here? People are saying this is an out lap 2. Is this an out lap?
No, this is a flying lap. One and
this
only
is a
flying
real lap.
Yeah, one and only flying lap. Max is, as we say, taking it at a steady pace, but, you know, his time earlier on was over the 2-minute barrier, 2:05.191 in qualifying this afternoon. If he can better that time,
Welcome to the stream, meme lover.
Happy enough with that.
If he can get under 2 minutes, that'll be good progress, won't it?
No, I'm not a weeb.
I know that there are going to be some people watching at home saying, how on earth can you be driving these cars so slowly? But when you just don't have the experience of piloting a single-seater, and some of these drivers, like Max, have never set foot in a race car. I spoke to one of the drivers. He said, my only experience of driving a car prior to this is my Citroen C1 at home, which has got about 80 horsepower and is completely different to this, other than the fact it's called a Citroen. So through the final corner we see here for Max Klemenko. I don't think it's going to be a time that will upset what he set earlier on. He comes to take the checker flag, or is it, as a matter of fact?
Yeah.
He does improve, a 2:01.384.
Yeah, I do, main man.
That is about 4.7 seconds quicker than he set in qualifying this afternoon, and that was after a 15-minute session. So for Max, I think he can be pretty happy with the rate of progression there. Give it till about October, and he might be on the pace of the rest of the drivers. But nonetheless, for the Ukrainian man, that's not a bad time for him. Next up is going to be Brownie in the Andretti. So Max now on his in-lap, and there is Izzy Hammond here in the Evo Lounge. Good to see her up and okay following that one as well. It's rather hot and humid here, as you can see in Jeddah. But yeah, of course, quick trip to the medical centre there. Thankfully, nothing further than that. And here is Felipe Drugovich inside the Andretti garage. Usual driver of the number 28 car in Formula E.
Someone said he's got a bad mile per gallon.
Well done. You improved your lap time. It's good lap, mate. Good lap.
What's the time?
Just reading stupid chats.
2 minutes, 1 second, and 4 tenths.
He's got a bad mile per gallon.
Get the job in 2 minutes.
Well, better luck next time there, Max. We'll see Brownie out in a few moments' time and see whether they back the right horse. Let's go down to Nikki and catch up then with Izzy Hammond. She's just made her way, of course, as we saw, into the Evo Lounge and find out how she is after that frightening impact down at turn 13.
Thank you, Tom, and I am very excited to say she's here. I'm going to give you a hug. We can all breathe a sigh of relief. We were all very worried. It was a bit like a sort of...
Dude, she got a rough crash earlier.
You're okay, you're in one piece. You've been checked over?
Yeah, the car's not in one piece, though. Yeah.
We don't worry about the car. All we worry about is you.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
You should worry about the car. It's very expensive.
When I was sat in that wall was, oh my God, everyone's watching. My dad's watching. He's going to cry or something. Can someone just tell him that I'm okay?
Was there a...
let's be honest, you should worry about both.
Well, did it feel like a huge impact?
They show the crash? Yeah, they'll probably show it again.
It wasn't a small crash. If you're going to crash, you got to really crash. Yeah, I saw the wall coming and I knew I was going to enter it at speed. But luckily, like the one thing I was really worried about going around the track was crashing
that phrase is so funny. I
like
saw
that.
it coming and I knew I was
tight
going to
and
enter it
everything,
at
so
speed.
small a lot of the time my wrist is completely like that. So my big worry was going in like that, snapping a wrist. So my hands were like that, and it was fine. Hit the arm.
Love it. Fighting talk. You're a proper racing driver now. Absolutely fine. You'll be bouncing back in the car in no time. Unless your dad says you're not allowed to. No, we will enjoy the final together, I think. But it's great to see you're okay. And, you know, also congrats. It was an epic lap. You've also done, you know, a great job throughout the day as well. Obviously, just an annoying way to end the day.
Yeah, it happens, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's Richard Hammond's daughter from Top Gear.
Now we're even. It's fine.
She'll be back. Lovely stuff. Thank you so much, Izzy. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you to Izzy, thank you to Nicky down there in the Evo Lounge. Then we're looking here at Brownie making his way around, just building himself up for his
67th Street, nice.
lap in this session then. 11.3 million followers for the 26-year-old. He qualified 9th earlier on for the Quick Stars team. We still haven't had any confirmation our end about which driver they've decided to back for their double points play in this wooden spoon race, but you would imagine it would be Brownie given the golfing pace that we've seen between those two drivers so far. And we'll see how Brownie is going to get on. Just to give you an idea of a reference from qualifying this afternoon, a 1:48.728 for the Dutchman, as we see inside the Andretti garage. And look at Brownie winding himself up behind the wheel of that number 27, the car that Jake Dennis, the Season 9 world champion, traditionally drives. Through the final chicane we go. We'll aim it for the timing line then here for Brownie and see what the lap time is going to be. Across the line we go, accelerating all the way up to 130 or so miles an hour before we hit the brakes in towards turn 1. Fairly early lift off, and you can see him there modulating that brake pedal.
It's looking good. Hey, Farb. Okay. Well, here we go.
Hearing their comms is pretty funny sometimes.
So Brownie full of confidence. What's the chat saying about this one here, Jack? Anything exciting?
What's the chat saying?
So we've got a lot.
What's the chat saying about this one, chat?
People are saying, what are we saying here? What have we got?
Who do you guys think has been the best driver so far?
Not long.
Probably the girl Amelia.
And someone's also asked, do the winners win anything?
Well, they win the good feeling inside their heart for a start.
And that's the most important, isn't it?
Well, exactly.
There's a trophy.
There is a trophy. There is a trophy, and they also, of course,
pride.
Look
how happy Max is.
Yeah.
He's so excited to have done that. He did a great job.
He did do a good
progress, didn't he? He found 4 seconds. That's really good progress.
4 seconds on one lap as well, after he was out for 15 minutes earlier on. Brownie making his way through the...
Their chat's just yelling burger.
You can see he's picked up 5.5 seconds just in the
Spam
first sector
your memes for
alone
free.
compared to Max Klemenko. Down in towards the turn 13 hairpin we go. Brownie up further still. So, again, you would imagine if they've gone for the double points play with Brownie in that Andretti, that that is a very smart move indeed. Just a couple of chicanes now remaining.
Yeah, here he is into the final bit. So, as you said, Tom, he's a good 7 or 8 seconds up. So he should be the winner here of the wooden spoon race. And coming up now to the final chicanes, just got to keep a nice clean run through here. And he will be the first trophy winner, won't he, as the winner of the wooden spoon for this evening?
Certainly will be, yeah. So Brownie is going to win the wooden spoon award here in Jeddah. We understand that they actually took their double points play earlier on for Amelia Hartford, who lost at the quarterfinals to Chip. So Brownie comes over the line. He wins the wooden spoon
Luda.
award.
I said 67 White Street. Good job.
50.93 award. Oh, I beg your pardon. We've just had confirmation the wooden spoon goes to the loser of that one, rather than the winner.
Sorry,
of that. So
I don't understand.
So it's the slowest driver who wins the wooden spoon award.
So what's the point in...
Wait, 300 billion?
Sorry, so the person who's the slowest wins more points.
No,
right.
No, they win the award for the wooden spoon, but the person who's quickest wins the points.
Okay,
if you see what I mean. Yeah. So either way, Quick Stars now have 5 points. They didn't use their double points play because they actually used that earlier on. So Max Klemenko,
Arizona Packer thing for the 39 months.
Having driven a Formula E car, he'll also go home having taken a wooden spoon in his suitcase.
That wooden spoon, eating bush with it tonight. Tonight. Let's go, baby.
Eating what? I think this is the winner of the race of the worst drivers gets the wooden spoon.
Our colleague Matt Wilkinson has just come and clarified this. He's waving his arms around a lot. I don't think I fully understood, but I think he means
the loser wins the wooden spoon. So Max Klemenko gets the wooden spoon. Brownie gets the point. Brownie gets the points.
Well
That's how
done,
it
Matt.
works out.
Good arm waving. Thank you for your help.
And is there a real... he gets a real wooden spoon? Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we saw it.
You got a wooden spoon?
Yeah, you could cook pasta with that, stop the pot boiling over and everything.
Well, that's a win for him. He's going home with a new wooden spoon.
Oh yeah, happy days. You haven't got get yourself down to TK Maxx or Dunelm or anything.
Cook? I like it. I'm partial to a bit of cooking.
I feel like the commentary makes it, to be honest.
You ever tried fajitas?
Yeah.
I cook a mean fajita.
Like the commentary has to be really good for that. I mean, it is good, but I mean, like, I think that's what makes it.
He's down talking to Bella in the pit lane.
You are the winner of the wooden spoon, which...
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Coming back home, eating borscht with it tonight, I told my guys.
Yeah, you can use it. At least it's useful.
It's a functional trophy, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, they're all getting trophies. What are they going to do with them?
I'm a rational guy.
Yeah, exactly. You can use that.
Yeah.
You seem just ecstatic to even be here and also sad that it's over.
I'm still sad that it's over. Well, it's over for me. We still got the final.
Yeah.
But I'm so thankful to my Citroën racing team, the drivers, the engineers,
Esfand.
everybody. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, well done. You've been so good, honestly. It's just like sick for you to even be here in the first place. Yeah. From a ladder to a car.
From a ladder to a car to back to the ladder.
Yeah, exactly. Just maybe stick to the ladder.
It seems like I'm going to go back to the ladder.
Yeah. Do you think Toto Wolff is watching? He's proud.
Say again?
Do you think Toto Wolff is watching and he's proud?
I'm sure he's proud. I'm sure he's proud.
He's proud either way.
Definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, he's been craving it. He's been craving another career ladder. He keeps posting him on being on different ladders at Mercedes, and I'm like, it's okay. You can text me. That's no problem.
Yeah, he'll remember that forever.
Yep.
Well done. Just happy.
Awesome.
High
Thank you
five.
very much.
Well done. You didn't
Let's
crash
go.
it.
Let's go. It's something. It's not nothing.
Well, not only does he get the good feeling inside his heart that he's been able to drive a Formula E car, he also takes home the wooden spoon for being the slowest driver here tonight. This man here, though, Stan Brownie, will take 5 points.
Great job, mate. Great job. Let's cool down. Great job. We won it, mate. Well done.
Okay. Amazing.
Well, really well
I'm sorry,
done,
Max. Sorry, Max. But
Their team name is Senor Frogs.
working out. You can stick to the ladder.
They have 2 quick stars and Senor Frogs.
Let's just make sure we cool down the tires, mate. Let's take it easy now. Back to the garage. Box.
Oh, yeah.
Really well done. We made us all proud.
Sorry, too excited. Thank you guys
That's
so
fans the
much for
number
this
1 rep
opportunity.
Paladin. Yeah, that is true.
Well, no wooden spoon, but brownie points indeed for the Andretti driver. And the Quick Stars getting their first 5 on the board. The upshot is that, well, Senor Frogs, they cannot be deposed now, but we've got to find out in the final who is going to be crowned as the champion between Bazinga and Chip. It all comes down.
Mountain Farm, think of the 4 months, dude.
Senor Frogs, of course, will now win the team's title as a result of this one. We'll see how it's going to work out in a few minutes' time.
So it looks like Toby Jizzle is in the chat. Shout out Toby Jizzle. Do you guys know Toby Jizzle?
Toby Jizzle?
Oh, you'd love him. He's brilliant.
Is he a close relation of Lethal Bizzle?
I think he might be. I think he's his brother, actually, yeah.
I don't know who that person is either. Tell me about Toby.
He's Lethal Bizzle's brother, basically. That's what he's known for.
So let's say I don't know either of them. Tell me about him.
So
Give me
what do you want to
the
know?
elevator summary of who he is and why is he amazing.
Everything about him, man. He's just everything. His looks, his personality. He's just amazing. You'll love him. I hope you get to meet him one day.
I hope too.
So shout out Toby Jizzle.
Right. Yes, indeed. Anyway, right, over to the finals then. Bazinga versus Chip. So, it's a Senor Frogs walkover here in the Evo sessions, and now it's the finals between 2 of the quickest drivers that we have seen so far this weekend.
Is Bazinga a fan of Big Bang Theory? Is that where the names come from?
He's just known as Bez.
That's a really good question.
Oh.
If anyone knows the answer to that,
I'll ask him afterwards.
To get
I thought that was his name.
Straight from the source, then, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's one of the founding members of the Sidemen, who need no introduction really on a stream such as this. Makes a lot of content around the gaming sphere, football-related videos, fitness and lifestyle content, etc. So he's a busy old man, and he's found time here to jump in the DS Penske.
So here we go. This is the final, Tom. This is the one that really matters. And Bazinga's obviously had 1 run less practice, right? Because he effectively got a bye in the semi-final, so he didn't do the semi-final. So it's been a little while since he actually was in the car for his quarterfinal lap. He did a 1:33.7 there, Let's see what he can do on this one.
Absolutely. Across the timeline we go then for Brzenga in the DS Penske for Senor Frogs. Down towards turn 1 from 130 miles an hour. Breaks it into the first corner. Slightly deep on the apex there, but gathers it up okay.
That was good.
In turn 2. Lives to fight another day. What about the run through into turn 4? We've seen drivers making or breaking it through there. Lifts off a little bit. Gets the car into the apex quite late. Nice line through there.
Yeah, gets full power on the run down to turn 5. Gets into the apex. That was good. That was a good line. Ooh, even a little bit of oversteer. But a 24.3 first sector. That's pretty good, isn't it, for what we've seen this evening?
One of the quickest we've seen so far in that first sector for Brzenga, so he's certainly leaving nothing on the table. Down into the first part of the bus stop chicane. Flicks it left, flicks it right. Wall there on the outside. This is where we've seen drivers having to be quite committed, but also careful through there. It's all about the exit and the run.
Sounds good. It's racing him. Thank you,
turn 13 for Brzenga here in the DS Penske.
Yeah, getting the braking right for this corner is super important. We've seen people locking up earlier. He has no issues here. Let's get the nose in. Now start to feed the power up and drive to the chicane. Four-wheel drive in these Gen 3.5 Evo cars. And then rotates. Good rotation.
He's good on the apex, isn't he? I'm sensing his racing lines are good, innit?
You're learning now.
Yeah,
you're on it.
Can we get a quick Yo family, by the way? Just a quick Yo family. That's it. There we go. Thank you for that.
Happy days. No worries.
Why said that? Anyway,
over the top. Let's see what he does. Score on the door then here.
Yeah, it's creators who are driving.
A 1:28.633 for the DS.
Wow, is that the best time?
Senor Frogs. That is absolutely phenomenal for Brzenga. That is about 4.5 to nearly 5 seconds quicker than we saw from the Senor Frogs driver in the quarterfinals after he missed a run here tonight as well. That has certainly put the pressure on Chip's shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, that is a full 1 second faster than Chip.
Good job, mate. Good job.
Let's go!
That's a really, really good lap, mate.
Let's go!
Let's go.
That time is only 0.6 of a second slower than he set in qualifying this afternoon when he had 15 minutes of running as well.
I mean, imagine if he had the semi-finals, he would have been even faster. So, yeah, Chip's now got to find another second of lap time. I hope he was listening to Antonio Felix da Costa's coaching that we saw him getting after the semi-finals. So, yeah, this is it, Tom. Big lap ahead for Chip.
Yeah, certainly is. Well, we'll watch Brzenga making his way back into the pit lane then.
What's the comments, Jack? Come on.
We got a lot of Yo families. Apparently,
I'm super down to do something like this with Red Bull.
Not a lot about the racing, but come on, Bez. Here we go. Goat. Bez. Let's go. The big Bezza. And now we're getting a lot of let's go
fried.
Chippos.
I thought he meant something else.
Would you
When he
say
said
it's an equal split on the chat between
the
Bez
way
and
that he
Chip?
said, he didn't say like "come on." He said
this is pretty 50-50.
You know what I mean?
People are saying irons.
Like if you say like "come on," it's like "come on." But like if you say like "come on,"
that's it. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But which one of the
You know what I
drivers is a
mean?
West Ham fan?
That will be Bez.
Right. Okay. So up the irons then for Bez. What about Chip?
It's like
I'm not quite sure
when
if
you
his
say the
allegiances when it
inflection
comes to
matters.
Football teams.
The
I'm
way you
sure
say the word.
We'll find out, and I'm sure the YouTube chat can help us. Right. Just to give you an idea of context, then, in the second of the finals, as Brzenga makes his way back into the pit lane, and Chip is now out for his warm-up lap. 1:28.633 is the time that Chip needs to beat. His quickest time so far, and he's had one more run as he was in the semi-finals, was a 1:29.662.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually,
So
we already talked about that. I can't fit in the car.
over the course of this lap as the burnt Chip. And let's see whether he can do it. This is going to be mightily close.
It is. It is going to be, yeah, going to be really interesting.
I want to do. I would love to do more stuff with like Formula One though.
He's got about half a lap to go before he goes for his big push time lap. Tom, are you ready for this?
I am ready for this. I'm keen to see what Chip is going to be able to do. I mean, you can see the steady improvements. Quarterfinals 1:31.7, semi-finals 1:29.6. If he can find another second or so, I mean, that's bob on the time he needs to beat, and he's going to know that. He'll see that on his, what they call the delta on the dashboard. He'll see how much he's under or over that time over the course of that lap.
Do you guys have any predictions? What do you think?
It's hard to call. I mean, my money was on Brzenga, given the performance we saw from him in the quarterfinals. However, Chip's rate of progression has been so impressive.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Chip. I'm going for Chip.
Okay.
Chip is very good under pressure.
Well,
that's one thing about Chip. He's good under pressure.
I'll keep it interesting and say Brzenga. Come on.
Fine.
Across the timeline we go for Chip then for the Senor Frogs down in towards turn 1. 24.3 is the first sector time that we need to see for Chip. Takes a bit of curb there through the exit of turn 2. Down in towards turn 4, and the first sector time will give us our first look at it. Through the left-hander we go.
That was a good line. That was a good line. Look at using all the width on the way out of the on a corner.
First sector, just 0.3 of a second in it.
Wow, that is good. Oh, bit of snap of oversteer there on the exit of turn 5, but good run through 7. Really good momentum. Now, the braking for this one is tricky, the chicane, but he does a good job there.
Great job.
Yeah, lovely line through into that corner as well. This second part of it, you've got to carry some commitment over the curve. Gets it rotated nicely. You can see DaCosta and Evans, the regular Jaguar drivers, watching on at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. There also is Bazinga as well. Is he going to be crowned as the champion, or will it be Chip as the champion here tonight? Through into turn 13 we go. Sector 2, Chip has found 0.7 of a second.
Wow.
He's pulled out
this is
a
be
massive
close,
advantage.
Wow, he's a second up now into the final 2 chicane. But you can win and lose so much time in these last 2 corners.
Through in towards the final couple of corners we go then. So it's Chip versus Bazinga.
Whoa.
It's the 2 Senor Frogs drivers gunning for glory here in Jeddah as we come through the left. Then the right-hander will aim it for the timing line. Is it going to be Chip as the champion, or will it be Bazinga? We come to the line to take the checkered flag. And who wins Evo Sessions 2026? It's Chip who does it by 0.4 of a second.
Wow.
Chip becomes the 2026 Formula Evo Sessions champion. Absolutely phenomenal time there for him. He was up in the first sector. He was up in the second sector. He was up in the third sector. 0.4 of a second is the ultimate gap. And Bazinga's challenge is to pose right at the very end. We're hoping for a bit of team radio there from Chip, but what a phenomenal lap time there. Pressure was on his shoulders, but we spoke about the rate of progression there, Karun, and ultimately 0.4 of a second is what decided it.
Yeah, super close. I mean, 0.4 of a second is incredible. And it kind of ebbed and flowed, didn't it? In the early part of the lap, it was Chip who was slightly behind. And then as the lap unfolded, he was really good in the chicanes. That's where he found a big chunk of time. And yeah, wins by 0.4 to become the Evo champion for today.
Yeah, just to correct myself earlier on, I said he was up in the first sector. He wasn't, as you say, he was slightly behind by a few tenths of a second, but it was sector 2. He pulled out a second over Bazinga in that one alone. And then sector 3, actually Bazinga was slightly quicker, but because of that second part of the lap, the middle sector, that's where he was able to build that advantage and still carry it into the final part of it.
Yeah, and Senor Frogs now secures their win as well in the teams, because they win 18-5. So
it's like a rugby score, that, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't watch rugby.
Do you not? You're not a rugby fan?
No, I don't know anything about rugby.
Fair enough. I don't either, to be honest with you. I just know that that's a normal rugby score, normally when England are losing. Someone who isn't losing, though, is Burnt Chip. Senor Frogs become the team's champions here in Jeddah for the
do they even
Evo
stand a
Sessions
chance at this point?
And, well, fair play to the Quick Stars. They put up an effort as best as they could, but ultimately
it's just all over.
Favour did not fall.
Because don't they get a bonus 5 points for? Don't they have a? Because then they say there's another race for a bonus 5 points, so they can't even do anything, right?
Towards the Jaguar garage, we'll be congratulating Burnt Chip, who becomes.
Didn't they say there's another one after this though, or did I misunderstand?
2026 season.
There's something for a bonus 5 points.
Phenomenal lap time, 0.4 of a second in it.
Oh, that was the other one. Oh, my bad. I misunderstood. That was the spoon race. Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
The Frogs are just turned up, bro. Yeah. Hey, we just run.
Yep, the Flying Frogs then here in Jeddah. They win the team's title. Antonio Felix DaCosta on the jack at the end there. Mitch Evans also down.
He's not authorised to use that. What's he doing?
I don't know if the risk assessment's been covered, but I don't think he really gives much of a toss at the moment. That was phenomenal there from Chip, and for the Jaguar team, thankfully their car didn't end up in the barrier.
That's the way you do it.
Celebration.
You play the guitar on the MTV.
Or anything.
He might pull something out, you know.
Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see.
That ain't working.
PA here in Jeddah. This has been
dude,
really
why do they have to play this song? The song always gets stuck in my head, dude. The song always gets stuck in my head.
A competition format like this, and well, it's been full of thrills and spills and drama right down to the checkered flag.
Microwave ovens, custom kitchen
the
delivery. You got
wins the Evo Sessions of 2026 as he stands atop his Jaguar to be congratulated by the team.
I did an F1 stream like
and the reigning senior
the game like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. I did it. It was so good.
And Bazenga as well, the man who we just beat a couple of moments ago. That's great. It really is great. And what an opportunity for these content creators here, Karun, to get the chance to jump in one of the world's fastest single-seater Formula racing cars, and to go and do something like that is incredible.
I mean, that Jaguar that he was driving literally won the race yesterday.
Yeah.
It was the very car that won round 5 of the Formula E World Championship.
Wow.
It's an amazing opportunity for him to have a go.
A lot of people are saying, we want more Evo sessions like this. Do you think it will happen?
I don't see a reason why not, given that this has gone down very well indeed.
Nice.
A bit more of that and a bit more competition would be a very welcome sight.
Get training, Jack. You could be in next year.
Oh, I don't know. Looking at my... Although you said the simulators are harder, right?
Well, yeah.
You never know. I might...
Hey, you could jump yourself in a real car. We'll get you trained up.
And I feel like I've learned a lot today. I really appreciate being next to you guys. You've taught me a lot.
You know what an Apex is now?
I know what an Apex is. It's when you go around the corner close to it.
Yeah, well, you know who Toby
Apex
Jizzle
Legends?
is. I mean, you know, the possibilities are endless.
You know what Lang is?
I do know what Lang means, yeah.
Exactly.
It's been wonderful.
Lang.
We'll come to that later.
Explain
that was a
it later.
DC thing, don't worry about it. Anyway, let's go down and catch up then with the 2026 Formula E Evo Sessions champion, Burnt Chip. He is down talking to our team on the ground.
Right, remember, can we keep the wheels on?
Josh, we're live.
Oh, hello, hi.
Hello. I have heard you're good at karting.
Yeah.
But bloody hell. I mean, I thought I was going to go to Ethan, and then you just took it from him.
Yeah, I know. When Ethan put in that last lap and I was sat there waiting at the lights, Josip came on the radio and he said, oh, it's a 128.4. I was like, that's a great lap. I don't know if I'll beat that, but we just had to send it. And thank you to Mitch as well.
How? Like,
I
how?
kind of don't know. I think it was very close, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I haven't even looked at your laptop.
I think there's only a couple attempts in it.
Oh my God.
Honestly, you probably can't tell the laps apart too much.
This is literally our first interview, and you've won.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even get to do pre or post.
Dude, I wish I could watch
and
football
you
games
just
on stream,
won.
man.
I know.
This is mental.
I miss being able to watch football games on stream, dude.
You know, I am not too surprised.
I know how much you love racing, so I know how much this means to you. It's nice to see.
It does mean a lot. But honestly, I put so many hours in just watching laps of Mitch going around till like 3 a.m. on my phone, trying to figure out all the braking points. So I think it just paid off in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of people that just turned up and still did really well.
Honestly,
but I sweated it out a little bit.
I'm so proud of you. Well done. You really deserve it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kind of you.
Dude, Thursday Night Football used to be so good,
Yeah, I'm
man.
gonna have a sparkling water or whatever I can get. But I've got a flight at 7 a.m. straight back. First thing I'll do is grab
get back to work.
the cider. All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Well done.
Yeah, well done to the Burnt Chip then, the 2026 Formula E Evo Sessions champion. Great job from the Senior Frogs, Team Radio. Well, we're hoping for a bit of Team Radio. That's so you can see what it meant there for Cal Freese, the team principal.
I've seen him before, but I don't know.
That team, they dominated things.
What does he
tonight,
do? Because that guy, I've seen that guy
about it.
before. I kept
Really
thinking about
good
it, but I'm like,
pace. All of their drivers.
Oh, good to see genuine.
Well, yeah, but like, what does
excitement
he do on
the
YouTube?
Formula E regulars as well, isn't it? You know, it's been a fun evening. Everyone's gotten quite into it. And we see Mitch Evans and Antonio Felix Acosta. They're celebrating the Jaguar pick outage as well.
Yeah. So we got a lot of Sabina Dorr in chat. Little Easter egg there for you. Do you know Sabina Dorr?
Enlighten me.
Just, yeah, it's hard to explain. If you just say it once, it'll make sense. Just Sabina Dorr.
Sabina Dorr.
That's it. Do you want to try it?
Sabina Dorr.
That's it, yeah.
What have I just said?
I have no idea.
It's fine.
What language am I
feel like we've
speaking?
libelled ourselves here, Kareem.
No, it's a good.
Am I
thing.
speaking English?
It's English, yeah. It's basically.
Oh, Cedar Park's with
respect
Sidemen?
to Chip and all that. Sabina Dorr is the whole.
This is really educational.
Splendid. Oh, I'm glad we've enjoyed that one.
People are asking, is there going to be a podium?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
No, podium celebrations along the way here before too long in Jeddah for the Evo sessions, and believe we can now go down to Nikki and the team on the ground to soak up some of the atmosphere after the conclusion of that enthralling final.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
It was an absolutely epic final. We're standing poised and ready for the wild podium celebrations. First, we should probably get your thoughts, Vic. How do you reflect on... Well, it's been a day, highs and lows, right?
A roller coaster of a day.
You can sit down now and chill out.
Yeah, I think, you know, I tried to join the Senior Frogs, didn't make it. Maybe I was going the right way, but you know what? Everyone on the team put in a real effort. Everyone went for it, no one held back, and we had, yeah, some amazing races.
What an epic experience. Amelia, I mean, how do you reflect on, I mean, I'm sure you were watching that final. Who was your money on? How do you think they did? I mean, so close, just 4/10 in it. You know what it's like, just missing out the quarters.
I literally lost to Chip by 4/10 of a second. Ouch. And it was, I mean, he deserved it. He really put up a great fight. I was so happy to see you come up with a Quick Stars shirt still on, and then I found out you tried to sell your soul for a Senior Frogs jacket.
That was something. There's this guy that looks just like
okay, cool. So it wasn't you.
No,
okay, good. Then I'm glad to hear that you're still our team principal, and that all is good.
Yeah.
But no, amazing drivers too. Seriously, everyone involved, like amazing driving. It's wicked to be behind the Formula E cars. They're just so quick, and it's a blessing.
We've had a lot of requests already from everyone watching Evo Sessions 3.
Let's go. I'm in. I'll be here.
Vic racing, Vic race.
Are you team principal again?
I'm ready to come back. Yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a comeback story, right?
Team principal of which team, though?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, which team will you come back as?
I would never. That's twice I've been kicked out from my team.
Kai, I bet you want to in the team.
Yeah, surely. You have to be racing.
Well,
you know what? I saw some incredible skills displayed today, and I know when it's past my limit.
Okay.
And I enjoyed my role, and you know what? It made me respect so much the people in this sport and the people behind the scenes, because I'm behind the scenes in this setting, but to do this multiple days in a row, week in, week out, when you've been working towards it all year.
Yeah.
Big props to everyone kind of behind the scenes and everyone who's made this possible. Look how many people are involved in allowing this to happen. Formula E for allowing this to happen. And yeah, well done to everyone who got out on the track. They're the real heroes.
You're totally right. You know, really well said, because there are so many people behind the scenes. You know, all the Formula E drivers, the teams, the personnel, you guys, the creators,
the marshals, everyone. Yeah.
And to get the risk assessment signed off, that's not
I don't know
easy.
how you done that, by the way.
No.
I have no idea.
Well,
so we got to say a big thanks.
I will say we might not be the quick stars, but we're the cool stars.
Oh, I love that. There we go. We can run with that. I'm okay with that.
Vic, are you going to be DJ in the after party, if there is one?
You know what? Yeah.
I thought that was happening.
There we go. Yeah.
They
it's
brought
the least
your
I could
desk.
do. It's the least I could do. I'll contribute something to the day.
Is it your hotel room?
It's anywhere. I think it's in there, in the Evo Lounge. In the Evo Lounge, we'll get it going. We can all celebrate because what an amazing event.
With our sparkling water.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we'll have another one when we're all back in the UK. And again, we've got to thank you guys for watching as well. We've had so many people from all over the world, like Spain, Netherlands. We still want to hear where you're from, Mexico as well. Even Antarctica, apparently. Say hi to the penguins.
Wi-Fi over there?
What's that?
They got Wi-Fi in Antarctica?
Well, you know,
Probably
I'm not quite sure if it's...
true.
Anyway.
Feels like a cheat, but... No, but so many people have been watching, and I think we are now ready for some epic podium celebrations. So let's go to Tom Brooks, our commentator.
Thank you very much indeed, Nikki. You can see the drivers and the teams down here in the paddock in Jeddah as we wait for the podium celebrations to get underway in front of what has been a brilliant event, an amazing crowd, and a fantastic second edition of the Formula E Evo Sessions. It is time then to get our podium celebrations underway here in Jeddah. Well, you can see the drivers and the fans here in Jeddah. I'm looking forward to these podium celebrations.
Dude, I want to go to Saudi Arabia.
Frogs, the winning team.
I want to do a Middle East trip so bad.
26. There's Max Klemenko, the winner of the Wooden Spoon Award. He'll be presented with that. Carby Lame in the middle of your picture there. Arthur TV in the Envision Racing overalls. Amelia Hartford also down there as well as Izzy Hammond. Great to see her okay after that incident earlier on. And great to see the teams and the drivers have all enjoyed that one as well. It's been a fantastic event, really exciting atmosphere here tonight, and what an opportunity for these content creators to be able to jump out and jump into these Formula E cars here, Karun.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's a great opportunity for them. Great to see that Izzy as well. Obviously, I'm sure she feels quite bad about the damage to the car. We heard her speaking earlier. But, you know, race cars can be repaired. Human beings can't be repaired as easily. So I'm very, very glad to see her looking well there.
There's Ellie Norman, Chief Marketing Officer for Formula E, presenting the Wooden Spoon Award, first of all, to Max Klemenko. The Ukrainian driver jumped into a single-seater car. His first ever time on a racetrack. So to be presented with the Wooden Spoon Award, an accolade for him to take home, as well as a medal.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anymore, Dr. Phil. I mean,
he is one of a very select few drivers to have driven a Gen 3 Evo Formula E car.
He's loving it, and Jack's going to give him the fajita recipe as well as a bonus to use with that spoon. Great stuff.
Izzy Hammond also there presented with a medal after banging the car into the wall, but as we said, good thing is she's okay.
Yeah. It's like Kids Sports Day.
Everyone gets a prize.
Everyone gets a prize, a participation prize.
So everyone gets a medal?
Yeah. There are no losers at St Barnabas, is here, Jack?
Cabby thought he was going to steal a trophy there.
What a shame. Gets a medal for his efforts there. Amelia Hartford also, and they didn't work out for the Quick Stars team, did it? Because they backed the wrong horse in the quarterfinals for that double points take.
Yeah, but she came so close. She was only, I think, 4/10 off.
It wasn't far.
Getting through, it was so close for her.
Brownie makes his way onto the stage then for the Andretti team, and as part of the Senior Frogs outfit, he was the quicker of the two in that wooden spoon race.
His bulging muscles are so big, he's popped out of his race suit.
I'm not surprised. He was doing press-ups for fun in the 30-degree heat yesterday afternoon.
Just like you, Tom.
Press-ups.
Oh, wow, even Big Star gets a medal.
Hey, told
Everyone.
you. Everyone gets a prize.
We get a medal?
He showed up.
I think if you could pop down there, Jack, you probably would.
I'd like a medal.
Run.
Team Senior Frogs, the winners of the Evo sessions here in Jeddah, make their way off the stage then. Big Star, of course, the Quick Stars. Now time for your top three fastest drivers to be making their way onto the stage. Will N.E. What a job from the man from Newcastle.
Next, in second place from Senior Frogs is Bazinga.
Bazinga did a super job, didn't he? Like, that
26 months would support me.
Mr. Adam Megadin.
Great job by him, but in the end, it was Chip who did the best lap.
Yeah, Bert Chip makes his way onto the top step of the podium as the winning driver here in Formula E. Now time for the national anthem of our winning country of the United Kingdom.
They play the winning country's national anthem. The hell? The hell is this?
God Save the King plays out for Bert Chip, the winner of Formula E Evo Sessions 2026 here in Jeddah. 0.4 of a second, the gap between himself and the eventual second place finisher, Bazinga. Will N.E. with a podium in that Mahindra. Michaela Schnuck, newly appointed Chief Media Officer for Formula E, presenting the third place trophy. Max Günther, DS Penske driver, presenting the second place trophy to the man who drove his car. Great job from Bazinga, P2 for him here in Jeddah. And now the winner, the trophy presented by Antonio Felix da Costa of Jaguar TCS Racing. And of course, it is awarded to Burnt Chip, and done in a flourish and style as well.
Yesterday's race winner, of course, Antonio Felix da Costa.
I wonder where that horn was coming from. Now we know. Now time for the Senior Frogs team to make their way onto the stage. Another winning team, of course, the Senior Frogs here in Jeddah. Cal Freezy, the team principal. Jeff Dodds, the Formula E CEO, with the winner's trophy. Presents it to the man who's been behind the scenes and running that outfit here this weekend. To the 5 drivers out on track. Very, very well deserved indeed. Now time to run and take cover as the trophies are lifted. And the Rosewater is about to fly.
That's Rosewater?
Well, Fred again, victory lap plays on the tannoy here.
What
and beautiful. That's just been a great event. You enjoyed yourself here, Jack?
I've had the best time ever. I still don't know how I got hired for this, but
we're grateful you were, because you've explained so much to us. It really has been an education.
I feel like we've all got a lot of education today.
I've got to go write some debrief notes after this. I've learned all these words.
Exactly, write it down.
Team Senior Frogs are the winners of the Evo Sessions 2026 here in Formula E. And the winner, of course, as a driver, is Burnt Chip as well. Right.
Well, I guess from us, Sabina Dor.
Sabina Dor, indeed.
6-7 Sabina Dor. Should we end on that?
Certainly will. Let's go down to Nikki and the crew on the ground here in Jeddah.
Oh, it is so special, isn't it? The atmosphere is just buzzing. I think everyone is just actually really happy for each other. There's a sense of occasion. Everyone's gotten through. They're in one piece. I want to grab Chip, but maybe they're going to do another photo together. It just really marks the occasion, all on the podium together. It smells good, doesn't it?
It does. This would never happen in Formula E. This much harmony and happiness and togetherness is crazy, but you love to see it. You can't go wrong.
And if you do want it to happen again, you've got to tell us, you've got to watch it, you've got to share it, you've got to tell us how much you've loved it to make sure we get to do it all over again, because it would be epic,
And we should do it all over again.
We certainly should.
Maybe we should get presenters in the car.
I like that song.
So what is the exact role of team principal?
There may have been 1 or 2 occasions where I have tested the Formula E car before. I ended up in gravel on one occasion and I span it on another, but you know.
Yeah, maybe we
should have
It
put
just shows us
presenters in the
pushing the
car.
limits. It's all about pushing the limits. Right, let me see if we can go and grab.
Actually, here's another question. What does a principal in like a high school
Where has
do?
he gone? He's here, he's here, he's here. Sorry, I'm running after you before we come off air. Final, you got to close the show for us. I mean,
Thank you so much.
Maybe really think about it.
Standing on the top step of the podium.
I know, it's really hard to describe. We worked really hard for that. I spent a lot of
Like,
time
do you just
with Sam,
talk to
a lot of time
parents?
watching Mitch's lap times until about 3 a.m., so it feels like it's paid off.
And also, it's been a long journey as well. It's not just been what's been going on here in Jeddah.
Like, what's your
You guys
day-to-day?
have been part of kind of bringing everything together, pulling the team together. There's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes to make it happen.
Yeah, 100%. There's been months in the making. There's so many moving parts, so many things going wrong in the build-up, and then it's finally all come together. And I don't think it could have gone any better, really.
Not for you.
Yeah, honestly, it's been the best time ever. I've loved it.
I watched your story leading up to this, and I know that you love racing. It was actually a little bit emotional, I can't lie.
Yeah.
And also, I'm thinking, like, is this a dream come true?
It definitely is. It definitely is. Even just stepping in the car, when I first accelerated out of like the final turn, I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to get to experience this ever again. So it's probably one of the greatest days of my life. Now I've won as well, and my team's won with me. So I don't know. I'll struggle to match this, but I'll.
The teacher that talked to parents, handle discipline, know the law, set general schedule, time, musical policy, coordinate with the board, education superintendent, management, and strategy testing.
She could tune in. So that's class from her.
It is really, really mega, particularly I think the fact that you did it in the race-winning car, Antonio Felix da Costa's race-winning car. It just kind of tops it off. What a beautiful story.
Yeah, I mean,
beautiful ending.
It's been a big. This was a big weekend for Jaguar. You know, Mitch got podium from starting 11th on Friday, and Antonio.
Harry and I in the storm watching F1.
Jaguar have also.
Well, this is Formula E.
So it's been a big weekend.
Well, you're going to be here with us to say a very massive goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. If you have loved it, if this
is live.
whet your appetite for a bit more Formula E action, then why didn't you watch the professionals do it?
Yeah,
in 5
GG's,
weeks'
dude.
time? Not that you weren't
Dude,
professional,
at one
of course.
point I had like 3 one-shots in a row that game, by the way. I freaked out. I was like, I wish I was recording this because it was like
21st.
one shot with Wind Fury and Reckoning. I was like,
Oh, I don't even know what to say. Thanks
it
so
was
much for
insane.
watching, and I'll see you next year.
Bring it on. See you next year.
Sessions for the second time in history.
It's okay, it'll
A
happen
new
again.
Circuit for the drivers in Jeddah. Lots of things to look forward to. Of course, prizes to be won in terms of the teams championship, but also the independent drivers championship here as well.
What the hell, bro?
2 minutes?
Chat, we gotta make more than 24 hours in a day.
Bez is flying.
Oh, that's a big off for Izzy Hammond as she crashes out in spectacular style.
I'm fine.
Semi-final 2 about to get underway. Oh, he's having a problem though with drive.
Yeah,
He's
red
just
one, of course.
rolling to the checkered flag.
Let's go. It's something. It's not nothing.
It all comes down to this. A 1:28.633.
Let's go.
It's Chip who does it by 4/10 of a second. Mark Chip becomes the 2026 Formula E Evo Sessions champion.
Cool, GG's. Dude, I would love to do more stuff like that. Like I would love to get to do stuff with like racing. I think that'd be super cool. But yeah, that was like with so that's like through like CSN, the Creator Sports Network. They do like they're basically trying to make it to where we can stream more sports and stuff. So like hopefully like this has been something that's been a project that's been going on for like a few years now. But like I'd love to get to the point where we can like do football and stuff. Yeah, it's so dumb that this is like, it's been as difficult as it has been. Because here's the thing, it's like a lot of stuff is like, I mean, people are watching the sports anyway, so why not bring in a new audience into it, right? Like, I would do pretty much anything within reason to be able to, like, watch football. You know? Matt, we are going to do some Madden today. We are. Watch Thursday Night Football on Prime anyway. Might as well let's watch it. Yeah, I think it's crazy that Thursday Night Football is not anybody can watch it. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna do a little bit of bonus here. I think honestly, I think it's Amazon. I think it's Twitch. I think if Twitch or Amazon wanted to do it, I think it would happen. Because they already have the deal. All right, chat, we're gonna do a little bit of bonus. Let's do some bonus. I'll do one more battleground. Perfect timing. Cute hammer. No, it's Deep Thunder. Okay. Okay, we actually won an Eye of the Storm, by the way. Yeah, we're only gonna do one. Chat, this whole thing is gonna be a highlight reel. This whole battleground is just gonna be non-stop one shots, okay? I'm letting you know right now. The whole BG. Yes, Esfand, your hammer is very impressive. Not small or cute at all. It's very manly and buff. Dude, I almost feel like I should be listening to freaking like, I need to get like troll music to play. Okay, what is wrong with this, like, the timer? Like, knocks you off your mount? Okay, we go mad. Look, I gotta put myself in the group with the shamans. Oh god, are we gonna win that? Oh man, we are so effed. Dude, they're so coordinated, man. Oh my! There's one. And two. Oh my gosh, I'm so dead. Oh my gosh! Dude, that guy's health bar just got deleted! Dude, I don't know how they kept me up. I have no idea how I survived as long as I did. It's like, boom, boom. That was insane. Dude, I'm gonna have to make another paladin, man. I'm just gonna have to make another paladin. I don't know if I'll be able to help it, man. I don't think I can help myself. This guy's name is Crazy Vato. Crazy Vato. The hell? Did you see the lag? Miss. Dude, this freaking shaman is like a freaking tank. Thank you. It's like, what the hell, man? Oh, he's got 30. Okay. Dude, here's the thing. I lost 5 Eyes of the Storm in a row, by the way. 5 Eyes of the Storm. Or 5 Eye of the Storms. Eyes of the Storm? Eye of the Storms. I finally get a healer in one. We get a Resto Shaman in one, and we just start owning. Like, I'm gonna freaking blow my brains out, dude. Like, I was losing it. I was like, I've never lost 5 I don't know when's the last time I lost 5 battle runs in a row. You're just listening to more hard time watching. It was like, listen to my own playlist. Dude, I listen to everything, dude. Like, what's like dude, I feel like just like doing battlegrounds and I'm like Britney Spears or something is just funny to me. Oh my. That's my bad. Okay. I spawned. Like, what is the most trolly music to listen to while I'm playing a Blood Elf female? Like, Blood Elf female is just so funny. I just feel like you come to the stream and it's like you just get like one shot by someone listening to Britney Spears. It's like disrespectful. It's funny. That's sweet, sweet Wind Fury. All these mages. Why do I have no mana? Arcane Blast? I'm dancing and I did the Wind Fury while I was dancing. I just killed the guy. Oh, it was so funny. Oh, it was so funny, dude. Dude, that was so funny. Brittany sold her master's recently. She had a master's degree? I didn't even know you could do that. How you could just buy one? It's like a green card? Oh, what's another good one? Here's another good one. Cleanse them. Dude, we're just owning these dudes now. Dude, I started playing Britney Spears and we start winning every game. Oh, frick. All rest on us. Such a troll. Oh my gosh! Dude, the other paladin. Dude, I railed that other paladin, dude. Dude, warlocks do so much damage in battlegrounds. It's insane. Damn. Look at our healers. Dude, see, whatever battleground, I swear, healers carry the battleground so hard. You're a good healer. Check this out. You're carrying Twitch right now? Thank you. Slash, you're welcome. Wait, what? Wait, what do you guys think they're gonna reveal in this trailer?
What's your ETA? I'm here.
Wait, and is it David Hayter?
In position.
Dude, the basics of CQC.
Kept me waiting, huh?
Wait, is that a Splinter Cell?
Never hurts to take things slow.
What's the other one? Dude, wait, that's kind of crazy.
Soldiers like us,
chance. There's always one more fight.
Wait, that's crazy. They added both of them? How do you get what? That's crazy. Dude, that's insane. Cause Splinter Cell, wasn't Splinter Cell like who made Splinter Cell? It was the competitor to Metal Gear though. That's crazy. That was like meant to be the competitor to Metal Gear. I thought it was the new Metal Gear. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately not. Is it Ubisoft? I've become so numb. Dude, okay, I'm telling you, I lost 5 Eyes of the Storm today. 5 Eyes of the Storm. And then I won 2 in a row with the Eye of the Storm daily. We got 9 badges. And we won 2 fast ones. It's actually insane. And all it took was having queuing with healers. That's all it took. Because we do so much damage if the healers carry us. It's always the healer carry. Let's just keep it real. The healer carries. Look, I'm like a siege weapon, but if you don't put any fuel in the engine, okay, it's not going forward. That's just how it works. I keep seeing the horde and I turn away. Ugh. Dude, I'm considering playing Holy. Like, you queue as a healer and it like feels like you can't make plays, but what happens is you actually make the most plays. But they're not like, you have to be 5 head to understand them, you know? Yeah, like because you make the plays happen. Like, even though you're not like making the plays, but you're like being the guy. And sometimes like, do you want to make the play or do you want to be the guy? And you kind of just have to decide. Like, because if you want to be the guy, sometimes being the guy and making the play is 2 different things. But sometimes you can be the guy and you can make the play. And when you can be the guy and you make the play, that's when you're the freaking GOAT. Okay, it's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. And once you understand this, then you'll freaking unlock. You know what I'm saying? Dun, 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 dun. Stop, my brain can only get so big. Oh, dude, when you're done with this stream, your brain's gonna be oozing out of your ears. Okay? When you're done watching this stream, your brain's gonna be just so big and expanded, it's gonna be like an overflowing sponge, and it's gonna be just oozing through every single hole in your head. Okay? That's what's gonna happen. That's how you become the classic brain to the max. Yeah, it's gonna happen. When you're done with this stream, your brain's gonna be coming out your ass. PvP and TBC in steps. 1, play ret. 2, learn to shield twist. 3, level 70. 4, get yourself Kwai Hammer. No. 4, 5, one-shot fools who play Alliance. And also Horde in the arena. Wait, this guy's name is Dire Straight. Dire Straight, like what? Listening. How long is the intro to this song? I can't remember. Look at them yo-yos. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Streaming on the Twitch TV. We got to grind these primal airs. We got to grind these moats of water. Dude, my voice is so shot. Dude, actually, I should make a parody of this for WoW and WoW streamers. I should actually... Dude, there's a certain tone that my voice hits, and when it hits that tone, I immediately get like, ah. It's like the tone of voice that I would sing in. It like broke. It kind of sucks, cause like I wasn't ever a good singer, but now it's like, you know. Install microwave ovens, custom kitchen delivery. You got to move these refrigerators. You got to move these color TV. You need some throat exercises. Devious. Why'd you write devious after that? I'm a vocal coach. That means that you're old. Oh. The hell's happening in this channel? Install microwave ovens, custom kitchen delivery. You got to move these refrigerators. I'm working on I think something that we might do for the guild, because I've been thinking about like hold on, give me 1 second. I'm typing. Duty for nothing. You're gold for free. Dude, you know what I think? Okay. So I got an idea. I think we can do like a Crusade companion add-on. Like make a mod, like an add-on for the guild. And because I'm like thinking about, oh, it'd be cool if we did this. Oh, it'd be cool if we did this. But like if we can build like an all-in-one like guild calendar, like raid sheets, loot council, like everything is just built into the add-on. I think that would be sick. And then that way we could track, like, because there's stuff with the guild bank. What I want to do is I want to open up the guild bank, but it only shows the last 25 transactions. But then that way, like, instead of mailing a guild tax, people can just put their guild tax directly in the guild bank, and it would just be logged in that instead of in the 25 transactions. And also that would keep people from like, I mean, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think it would be a problem with people like abusing the guild bank, but like it opens the door up to do more things, I think. Yeah, and I would have like an admin panel that I could like adjust stuff and then people could just see it. There's other guild management add-ons already. Yeah, but like, does it include like the guild bank stuff and everything else? Keylogger, no, it's not Keylogger. We'd put it on. We'd probably just put it on ChrisForge. No, actually, we'd probably just download it. Probably be easier. I don't know. I don't know if we put. I don't know how to do it. Well, I'm asking I'm asking Parallax to do it. Yeah, Parallax is like Parallax who's here helping with the stuff with Agent, and he does like the he has like his arena add-on and stuff in retail. He's working on it for Burning Crusade. Yeah, so we have a guy. Yeah. Have Bill from accounting manage an Excel sheet. Usually I have to manage the Excel sheet. Use a Discord webhook to log guild stuff in a separate channel. Yeah. I think it could be really cool. I download the guild app. All of a sudden, I also purchased 10,000 bits on Twitch. It's crazy how that happened. Please add more hours to the day. See, that's why I do 2 things at a time. Today, what's the game plan? We're doing some Coach Esfand, but not without doing Eye of the Storm the entire time in the background. Somehow, I'm going to have both hands here, and my feet are going to be playing my Paladin. Shroud was selling G invites for 100 gold per last night. Wait, what? Wait, what? On his alt or on his main? Hold on. He streamed yesterday.
A Drain Eye BOE tank? I don't, it's probably nothing. BOEs are worth literal dirt. Fake Wagyu. They were, I'm not kidding, this, my nethers. Oh, a minute, I think poor right now. Oh, L5 of my this. People doing it. Oh,
what's up, Jazzik?
Oh wait, or maybe he was referring to something else. Maybe that guy wasn't talking to me. I don't know why I assumed that. It might take a minute. I think a lot of people are poor right now. The night of or the night after the raids go live, it'll sell like hotcakes. My net saying stack up.
Hold on, there's one way to find this.
Like gold a lot. We do.
Filter by somebody clipped at 100%. 24 hours.
How easily do you guys think I could sell 5 of my nethers? Crafting Scryer Runic Spell Thread. You think I could sell my nethers quickly?
12 hours.
Like, you think I could, like, was like, what, 2012 or something? UP standing or sitting? I squat. I squat. Just work out the legs, you know?
That's crazy because I actually pee sitting and I poop standing. Which reminds me, I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. And then take a shower. Gentlemen, 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 I have returneth. I have returned. When's Madden? What have I told you? Madden was here all along. Here, let me get her loaded. Man sounds 10 pounds lighter. That's right.
Da, 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 da.
Doc6, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, dude. Okay, we're about to play Madden. Just let me load her up. It is a Coach Esfand. Is it a great day for Coach Esfand?
Hope you're doing well, homie.
I am. Wait, something is wrong. Something is wrong with this game and app. Reporting this error to Sony Entertainment. Okay, whatever. I'm doing fantastic. Z Goober, thank you, dude. Look, here's the thing. Honestly, I'm like, dude, I can't. My plan was I was gonna, you know, last Sunday, the last Sunday with the football. No. We don't let the NFL decide that. We decide that. It's going to be the next week. Okay? Because we said so. How much honor do I get from this?
May your blades never dull.
629. Oh man, I have to do I thought I got like 1,000.
McGraw, be safe. Thrall, go forth to victory. May your blades never dull. Strength, be safe. Strength. What do you need for the Horde? Speak, friend. Go forth to victory.
Well, I need more honor. Oh man, is this TBC? It is. I ain't asking for much. Dallas, Texas. Hollywood. Okay, hold on. You guys ready for some Coach Esfand today? Is this number 5 or number 6 of Coach Esfand Vikings? The last one says 4, but I think that's wrong. Good vibe here right now? Yeah, dude. Always. Wow, wow. Wow. Okay, YouTube, thanks for watching this. And then we're going to go to the next VOD again.